I made it on time. I was like a couple seconds early. It's a miracle. Usually I'm late. I was trying to beat the clock. I was like, shoot, I forgot to turn off the air because I wanted to turn off the air because the sound is so much better without the air. It is. I know you can't notice the difference, but for somebody that's picky like me, that spent that wanted to get a good mic to make it sound good, you know what I'm saying? And hear like it not sounding that good because of the air. Anyway, so I had to run over and do that, but I still made it in time. And I'm doing good, guys. I'm healing nice. I'm at the stage where I'm letting it dry heal because it kept sticking even with Vaseline. I'd wake up and freaking every time I covered it up, it peeled off and peeled off a layer of skin. I must not have had the stick-free stuff, which I thought I did. I tried a couple different kinds. Anyway, so I went to that party yesterday and didn't cover it. I just wore like loose pants. I wear loose pants anyway. And haven't been covering it, and it's healing a lot better without covering it. I haven't been putting anything on it because it was ripping off the layer every time I peeled off the bandage. So I'm doing good though. This is doing good. Barely. You can't even see it on here, but I mean, it's more noticeable in person, but I'm doing good. My knee, I'm able to actually walk up and down the stairs with both, like bend it now. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I had a good birthday yesterday. Went to a little party. It wasn't a birthday party. It was just a party my brother and his wife had and had a band and stuff. It was just, they were having it with like a bunch of people. I didn't know they like rented out a bar. I felt like I was just in a public bar because I didn't know anybody. Like, this feels like just a regular bar. I don't know these people. Yeah, so it was look, I was reaching for my earphones. I don't even have them in. But it was, yeah, me and my mom went. We didn't stay too long. Well, we stayed a few hours actually. Anyway, oh, you did, Jillian? So the transcripts, which they came out on the 2nd, and I've been so busy. Usually I was checking every day. And for some reason, I was checking and there was never anything. And I just was like, there's probably not going to be anything. So I missed it by like a week that the transcripts that the new, the appellate lawyers, remember they're requesting transcripts. So now they're part of the public case. So they upload them, they're filed. So it's 3 hearings and he's at 2 of them. Wade, he's at 2 of the hearings. So I was going to read through them and show you what he said. But first, before I do that, because that's going to be a big chunk of the video, I wanted to go over a few other things. So the Wade Stephen Wilson official, they've been posting again. Supposedly Jesse's not a part of it anymore. But I guess it looks like they're probably starting this new, like, point out the discrepancies. So their first one was the Jason Shepard. I don't know if you guys seen it. I want to show you because I feel like it took me not even that long. I went to the maps. I went and found Mila's interrogation, Jason's testimony, and Amy's testimony. And there is really the only discrepancy is like the Uber driver mixed with Jason, but I'll tell you my theory on that. But besides that, it's exactly the car, the way they describe it, the car is exactly where you would think it would be with what Jason said and what they said if he just pulled it up the road. And I'll show you. So I don't know what they're talking about, but I wanted to debunk that real quick. Now, it is weird that, I guess it's not that weird. Jason says that he pulled the car up, right? He said, well, I pulled the car up the road because I didn't want it in front of my house. Well, Stephanie says that the Uber driver, she thinks, moved it up. That's the only testimony I didn't get yet. Shoot, I was going to see her exact words. But from what I'm remembering, what they're pointing out, she must say the Uber driver. And I remember because I remember hearing it like, why is one person saying Uber and one person saying he did it? But they were drunk. She could have probably just thought that the Uber driver was the one moving it up and it was Jason. Or Jason maybe was so drunk and thought he moved up. I'm thinking Jason seemed pretty sure he moved it. So I'm just thinking that he probably moved it. They thought the Uber driver moved it. But besides that, the map stuff matches out perfectly of where it was. And I'll show you real quick. Thanks, Movie Star Memories. All right, let me share my screen. So I don't know what they're talking about. They're like, "Oh, he has 2 addresses listed and it has to be that." No, I'll show you. No, it doesn't. It's driving me nuts. I'm like, "Hold on, I gotta go straighten this up." I mean, you guys could always disagree with me, but I'll show you what I found today just going through Google Maps. Thank you, movie stars. Thank you, Elvin. Thank you. Am I losing any of you guys? So let me just show you what they posted so you know what I'm talking about. So the Wade Wilson official people, the official team page, the one Jesse used to run. Okay, so they posted this. One second. And then I want to show you my theory on it all and what I found with it. Okay. But thank you, movie star. Wait, who else did it? New member, Melissa Millies. Thank you for joining. Thank you. And then movie star memories. Thank you for donating. And Elvin, 3 months. Okay, so so here is them posting. We're gonna go through all this too. Well, I can go through it right. Oh shoot. Hold on a second. It is playing through there. Hold on, I gotta get my earphones. Dang it. Sorry if that was loud. I can't hear anything until okay. I was gonna show you this a different time, but here. So they post this here. So this is one of the things this is the most recent thing they posted. It says, hello, Wade supporters. There's a new way to donate directly to cover Wade's legal expenses through the law firm Michael Ufferman, because we will no longer be using fundraising campaigns. This is the best way to directly support Wade's struggle for innocence. To donate, please visit the website of the law firm of Michael Ufferman. It gives you the website, and it says you can also go to the link tree in our biography with links to Michael Ufferman's website. Write Wade Stephen Wilson on the referral line so that the office assistants know who the donation is for, Wade's team. And then they do that same message in all these other languages because we know he's got supporters from all kinds of different countries. Okay. And then they post, hold on, is this the part 2? This might be the one. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, let me see something. What does part 1 say? Well, here, let's go to part 1. I think this is the one. Well, I'll have to turn it up. So it says there will be 3 parts, Jason Shepard's inconsistencies, which are publicly allowed to discuss. And here's the thing. What they're going to do is point out, oh, he said Wade called Mila and said, he had all these drugs and they were showing it pictures and stuff. And he said, no, I didn't share them. But that doesn't mean that Wade didn't kill the women. That means that Jason might be scared that he had all these drugs and he's going to lie a little bit, or Wade lied. It's not that weird that people lie about drugs and you know what I'm saying? They're not lying about the murders. They're lying about their other things they're doing. Wade could be lying. Wade could be lying because he wants Mila to think, oh, I was just so wasted. The reason I was able to commit these murders because I just did so many drugs. I'm not a murderer, but I just did so much. So I was just out of my mind. So that could be a reason to justify him murdering the girl. So he could be lying because of that. Or Jason could be lying because he thinks hey man, I'm not going to say I freaking shared all these drugs. I had these drugs, this drug. You know what I'm saying? So there's reasons they could lie. It doesn't mean that Wade didn't kill them. But anyway, let me turn on the. And I'm going to show you that part. I almost want to just show you the real thing because I'm nervous about this music. So they play, you know what? I'm going to play the actual real clips here. So they play this and then they play Mila's clip, which I'm going to play, where she says it was by a church on a side road. They didn't play Amy's, which I'll play Amy's, what Amy says. And they go, it says here, you can hear Mila talking about where she found her Hellcat that Amy had also seen the car around. If the cow was found at Edison Bar or the church, how did it get there? Wade cannot drive sticks. The car left the side of the road, according to Stephanie, to Jason. Okay. Here you can hear Mila talking about where she found the Hellcat that Amy had also seen the car around there. If the cat was found at Edison Bar or church, how did it get there? Wade cannot drive stick. And I'll show you where the church, I don't know what they're talking about, Edison Bar or church, but I'll show you what they were talking about here, what I think they're talking about. So they're saying like, so I don't know where they have it listed, where they think all these places are, but it matches up perfectly when I go on the maps. It's I'll show you. Hold on. Now let me see what part 2 says here. So now we have part 2. In part 1, Jason mentioned he was at his mother's house. Here you see Mila talk about a drug house. So Jason have separate drug houses, Cedar or Sunbury Drive. Cedarhurst or Sunbury Drive. You do a background search. He has 2 addresses listed. That's what they're talking about. At the trial, they specifically say Sunbury Drive. They show him a picture of his house with the address. He agrees that's where they were staying. Okay. Don't know why they're making it so difficult. Which we're going to listen to all this. And then here you hear Wade say that to Mila after he was arrested that Jason gave Wade a lot of drugs. When Wade was arrested, there was no toxicology report completed. Why didn't they test him for drugs? Why would they interrogate Wade while he was high? Here, I'll rewind it so you could hear. We could hear. I'll play the music. This doesn't have too much loud music. So, okay. So, like I said, there could be a couple options. Maybe Wade was lying to Mila, even at the bar, like, "Hey, let's go," to talk her into letting him go there. Maybe Jason was lying to trying to talk him into getting there. Whatever. People lie. They're drunk. They're high. They're using drugs. There's some little lies that come out, right? Now, if you pull up the map of everything, she says, actually, let me play exactly how she describes it real quick. Okay. How she describes where the car is. 426. Hold on, I got them all time stamped out. So it's 2406. Here we go. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So here I'll show you where she says the car is, how she describes it real quick. I don't know why they're making it so difficult. Okay. Church is on the left, the row is to the right. Now if we go to oh, no sound. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Oh, shoot. It didn't even warn me. I guess what am I surprised? No, I shouldn't be surprised because a lot of times sometimes it does. Sometimes if you could catch it, sometimes it doesn't. Gosh darn it. I'm sorry, guys. You see, I should write to StreamYard and be like, can you guys fix this glitch, dude? I'm not always able to look at the freaking chat when I'm working trying to present stuff. So I don't, to me, I'm hearing it. I'll write to them. They're pretty good at getting stuff corrected, updating stuff. Okay, let me do this again, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Tell me if you could hear it now. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go.
No, this is the Hellcat had. I mean, I'm sorry, the Hellcat ran out of gas.
Where?
Well, we eventually found it. It was on McGregor, next to the churches on the left. There was a road to the right, and it was right there.
Okay, the church was on the left. There was a road to the right. Okay. Okay, so we know, and then I'll play what Amy says, where she describes it being too. So we know this is where this is Jason's place where they went, right? So he says he moved it up to the road. He moved it up the road. So I'm guessing it was here or here, somewhere where it's close enough to this intersection where Amy saw it on her way going this way, which I'll show you what she says. So the church is right here. So I don't know what church they're looking at, but it's got to be this church that she's talking about. It's right there. It's right there. Church is on the left. If you're coming this way, there's a road. There's a road on the right. Road. Okay. Here's a church right down the road. Okay. And then watch what Amy says, where she finds it. Okay. They're saying that they said they saw them at different spots. Not really. Listen how Amy describes it. Now, remember, everything's not exactly, they're given estimates. It is close by a church. There is a road, and I'll show you what Amy says. Hold on. Amy's is right here.
Okay. And
42732. Okay. For 2732. Hold on, why is it? I was looking at the wrong spot. 2732. Okay.
Did you ultimately end up finding her car?
Yeah. Afterwards, when I was leaving, I live off of, you have to get on McGregor to get to the place that I was living at the time. And when I was driving down McGregor Boulevard, in the peripheral of my vision, I noticed the Hellcat. It was almost at the corner of one of the blocks and McGregor. So I called Mila immediately and I said, I just found your car. It's right by the Edison Country Club. It was on one of the side streets on the water side.
Okay, side streets on the water side, right? Edison Country Club's right here. She said she was heading, I don't know which way she said she's heading, but she said it was, I forget, she said it was on the left or right. I don't remember how she described it, depending on which way she was going. I think she was going this way, if I'm remembering right how I mapped it all out. On the water side, which, okay, that's the side she's talking about. So she was going this way, Edison Club. What's so confusing, people? I don't understand why they're acting like that Mila and Amy said different spots. Who moved the car in between time? Nobody moved the car in between time. They're given estimates and they line up perfectly with where you freaking expect it. It's actually right in the middle. Like she sees it in the peripheral heading, I think she said heading towards Edison. Is that what she said? Edison or by Edison Country Club. She said it's by the church in the road. It's on the water side, Amy says, on the side road. You could see it on the peripheral going down McGregor. She's driving down. She could see it. So I'm guessing it's either parked right here on the side of the road, or maybe he pulled around and put it right here on the side of the road. He moved it up from his house. It's not that hard. The only off thing is he said he moved it. They said Stephanie said an Uber moved it. Stephanie was drunk. She said he was talking to Christine. They were sitting by a tree. She probably didn't know which one moved it. Thought the Uber driver must have moved it. Maybe didn't realize that they went and got Jason. I don't know. It's not a big discrepancy. So I don't think that that's anything to be concerned about at all. What do you guys think? Oh, let's see. Let's see what she says again. Let me see how she describes it again.
You have to get.
And you left, what did you do?
We met with the police.
And did you ultimately end up finding her car?
Yeah. Afterwards, when I was leaving, I live off of, you have to get on McGregor to get to the place that I was living at the time. And when I was driving down McGregor Boulevard, in the peripheral of my vision, I noticed the Hellcat. It was almost at the corner of one of the blocks and McGregor. So I called Mila immediately and I said, I just found your car. It's right by the Edison Country Club. It was on one of the side streets on the water side.
Exactly. And almost to the corner. So that's why I'm thinking it was either going to be on either parked right here or parked right here. You know, she saw it as she was going. I guess she never really said which way she was going. She said it was by Edison Country Club on the water side. There you go. It didn't take that long. I don't know what they're freaking out about. They're like, oh my God. Well, he must have been staying at the other house because his other house is over here somewhere. And because he said it was down the road. Okay. So I mapped out his Cedarhurst thing and it said 7 minutes, but it's actually, you make a couple turns. This one says it took like 9 minutes or whatever. It's like 4 miles. And what he says, which hold on, I'll show you what he says on the stand about how long. Because they're talking about the distance. Well,
I was living at the time.
I don't know why it's making me mad because they're
Yeah.
this is the Wade supporters. They're trying to use this as one of the evidence that he's innocent. He's innocent because it doesn't match up, but it does match up. 105.32. Okay, watch.
You leave Buddha Bar about 2?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. What time did you get to your house?
Right, 10 after, if that.
Okay, so you're right down the street.
I'm right down the street. Yeah.
Here we go. 7 minutes. 10 after, if that. Leaves at 2, gets there around 2:10, if that. 7-minute drive, he's right down the road. Does that match up to that he was probably at Sunbury Drive? I mean, it's just driving me nuts. I'm sorry. And this is the place that they're like, he must have been at Cedarhurst. I'll show you where that's at. It's close. It's close, but this matches up. And like, here, hold on. 70. 1 second. So this is the place they're saying he must have been there because, hold on, where are you guys at? Because the other one was too far. No, it wasn't. Other one's 4 miles. This is 3.6 miles. This actually has a couple turns. He said down the road or right up the street. And they even showed that address, Sunbury, in the trial. That's confirmed of where they were staying. That's what law enforcement had and everything. So they need to, I don't know. It's not that hard. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys because that's their first discrepancy. What do you guys think? Not a discrepancy in my opinion. Anyway. What else? Hold on. I already played where she says it's by the church. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go over a couple more screenshots real quick and then I'll start reading the transcripts. How are you guys doing? What do you guys think? I know. I don't understand why, now Josh, I'm not going to lie. That guy is a liar. Yeah. I mean, he freaking lied. Yeah. When he said he didn't work for him, we just watched Eric's live where they both said, yeah, he worked for Josh. Oh, yeah, he worked for Josh. Not even thinking because none of them probably really watched the trial, or even watched it as intently as we did. Yeah. I'm not saying these guys don't lie. I'm not saying Jason didn't lie about things. I'm not saying Josh didn't lie about things, but it doesn't have any bearing over Wade killing them or not. You know what I'm saying? That discrepancy that they pointed out the car because they're trying to say like, so Wade somebody had to move the car. They're like insinuating, well, who moved the car? What's going on? Like there's more to it than there is. No, there isn't. There's more to maybe drugs. Maybe freaking he did share some drugs and you don't want to admit it. Or maybe Wade lied and try to make it look like he was doing more. I mean, either way. And Josh, yeah, I think Josh tried to disassociate himself from Wade more because he didn't want to be associated with him. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was embarrassed. Maybe he was scared legally because he probably does illegal things too. And he just didn't, you know what I'm saying? And Wade's in all this trouble for murder. So like, he shouldn't have lied. I mean, he wouldn't have gotten in trouble for being his friend or his coworker. You know what I'm saying? Like that was ridiculous. So yeah, they lie, but it's not what the Wade supporters are making it out to be though. So anyway. All right. Yeah, I know, right? He is. Thank you. Whose voice? Whose voice, Allie? I don't know what you're talking about. Wait till you hear his voice. All right. So did you see the letter though that he wrote? So hold on. Let me move this back over. Let's keep that up. Okay. So did you guys see the letter that they wrote? He wrote that that the Wade wrote. Let's read that real quick. So Wade wrote it. The official team Wade posted it. So I'll just do all the short things first before I get into the transcripts. So here's his letter apologizing to everybody. Oh wait, I have to thank Catalytic Moxie. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. Wait, I can't tell what I'm looking at. Oh, that's a dog. Dude, why was when you look at things and you see like weird things, like you can't see what it actually is and you're seeing something else. That's what I was doing right there. But now I see it's the dog. It's you and a dog. Thank you. Sorry, just reading the email. Okay. So this is let me read this letter real quick. It says, a letter to my supporters. This is from 10/6/24. It's dated. Dear friends, I'm writing this to apologize for anything that was said in my recorded calls that may have caused you confusion. I understand if you're hurt, but please know that I have appreciated your efforts despite how it may sound in the calls. Thank you again for reaching out to me in these difficult times. Your ongoing kindness and understanding is appreciated. Sincerely, Wade Stephen Wilson. Wade Stephen Wilson official. So basically he's signing it. Yep, that's his official thing, huh? His official team's account. But look how he writes his little P, like squigglies. Handwriter analysis. Shaking almost. It's like almost like shaking or mad or like it almost looks like he's writing it mad. Or he's trying to make it look all fancy and unique. I don't know. Definitely like shakiness to it. Anyway. No, I think he definitely wrote it. I think it's in his handwriting. I think they made sure of that. He probably sent it to whoever to take a picture and post it, or he did, or whatever, however that works. But no, I bet you it really is his writing. But do I believe that he's sincere? No, of course he's got to make sure he's okay with these supporters because they need more money coming in. Ufferman hasn't even got his full pay. They need a consistent pay coming in every month. How much was that say that Ufferman was charging every month that needs to be paid? That needs to keep coming in. And I'll show you there's a bill for the defense that's for $21,000 too that was posted. So I don't know if it seems like that wasn't paid yet either. It was posted in his files that we'll go over. But yeah, I mean, I don't believe that's sincere. That's all about getting his money. But I believe it is his handwriting. All right. So we went over. Oh, this is the second page to that handwriting post. This was the second one. So he looks like they signed it. The official, oh my God, at Wade Stephen Wilson official, like the page, Wade Stephen Wilson at, this is 10/6/24. Tell your friends and family to visit www.jpay.com to write letters and send money. So wait, are they saying the shirt is like up for like sale or what? I mean, what is the point? I don't understand what the point of this shirt is. Like, and why would you sign it like you're a fan? I don't know. I think that's kind of silly. Like but of course, it's all promotion. So this is just a walking promotion for him. Like he doesn't care about like, oh, let me give like a fan. I hate to even say fan, a supporter something. No, it's because it shows his account that you have that so you could subscribe and make sure like you know where to donate or where to find anything about him. And I don't know why the date, I guess the date he signed it, right? What is that, a question mark though? I don't know. Anyway. Well, thanks, Allison. Oh, really? That's Moxie. Okay. Oh, Moxie. We love you, Moxie. Doggy heaven. All right, so that's that. And then what else right now should I share? I want to save some things like in between to take a break in between the transcripts, maybe to give me a little break. Well, what about this? AJ here. We got an AJ post where she's responding. Well, remember, AJ is the one that we think is Ari. I'm going to go Ari because it's not the real Ari or whatever. I have no idea. Monica, whatever that whole ordeal is. But this is her friend. Well, my friend, the attorney, says they are more concerned about raising that money because they know he's not getting out. He almost has 100,000 and they didn't even want to pay my friend. So that the friend that Ari, they didn't want to pay her, right? And then she put, they just care about raising money for him. They know he's not getting out. He was also trying to get my friend to put him in protective custody because he's a little scared. And it says, Wade thinks he's a huge celebrity now. My friend, the attorney, I don't want to give her name because she wants nothing to do with him, but she's way more famous than him. She could have helped him out. But wait, if she never was supposed to be hiding, right? What do you mean you can't give her name? Isn't her name Ari? Like right there, it's saying that their name's not Ari. I can't give her name. Well, you were on the TikTok before and you said it was Ari. Her name's Ari. What do you mean? That's showing that, right? They basically admitting once again that that's not Ari. They lied about it. It's just so funny. These little things that they write it and they're not even thinking what it means. Like you're writing that and what does it mean? It means you lied about Ari and you're not even. No one cares about your opinion. You're naming the wrong person and harassing a cancer patient who has zero to do with this. How classy of you. Oh, I already read that one. And then here is some from Don that he's writing Don, or he's talking about Don, or writing Don, I guess. Wade writes Don, says, what is your phone number, Don? I want to speak with you. So remember Don. Don is, we already saw what he wrote. Whoa, I gotta find that message. He had written a message and he said something like, don't trust her or something. She's scamming people. But then on today's calls, they brought her up. And remember Jesse brought her up in today's calls, says like, oh, she said that you're going to regret not adding her because she's going to expose you. And he's like, he wanted her number to talk to her because he's probably scared. He's like, whatever, how is she going to expose me? That's who this is right here. It says, should you want a call with me? All you need to do is give me your number. Are you awake? I've attempted to call you a couple times this morning. So I thought that's kind of interesting because they were just talking about it in the calls today. This one, I'm going to wait on this one because I don't understand what the point of that one is because she just brings Wade up, but we'll read that later. Yeah, that one I already read, actually. I had read this on a live a while ago, but somebody posted it recently, and I just was like, oh. Member says, I used to work at juvenile drug rehab center called Disc Village in Tallahassee. In 2010, Mr. Wilson, one of my clients, we used to joke with him that he looked like Woody from Toy Story. It breaks my heart that he could never get his life together. When I knew him, he was a cool kid. It was just focused on graduating the program. So that's why I did. That's right. I forgot. I wanted to screenshot somebody. Somebody on Reddit made like a Wade Wilson Woody. Like they put the tattoos on his face and stuff, and that's why. That's why. I wanted to show you probably why they did that. Because this message where somebody said he looked like Woody. I gotta find that now. Did you guys see that? Okay. And then the other ones we'll read. There's a few ones from like the German support group and stuff that I'll read, but let's do a transcript first. Okay. So there's 3 different hearings transcripts. There's one from 2020, there's one from 2022, and there's one from 2023. All right, hold on. I'm going to do the 2 where Wade's there first, and then so November 2020. I'm going to actually take out my headphones. So 2020, that's it. Okay. So I highlighted them all like color coordinated here. Oh, let me say hi to a few people first. I'm always so rude. I just start going into it and then I don't say hi to anybody. Oh, thank you. Okay, that girl, thank you. You're right. It is a C for copyright. Okay. I was like, is that a question mark? Yep, you're right. Oh, thanks, Carol. Thank you. Hey, Susan. Hey, Sarah. Wands. Hey, Lotus. Jeep Sahara. I guess because I do think AJ is the there was no friend. I really don't think there was any friend. So whoever Ari is, I think is AJ, to be honest. I can't say for sure. Hey, Slow Morrison. K Core is in the house. We got Kylie. Lewis in the house. Louis. All right. I'll say hi in between each reading to the new people. I did. It was good. It was quiet. Well, I went to that party, but yeah, it was nice. Hang out with my mom and grandma. And all right, let's read this, guys. So hang in there. He does have a lot to say in these. Okay. I wonder if, let's see if I could read it looking straight ahead. Because it's really over there. But if I look at the screen where I'm sharing it, but like I have to actually, I don't know. I can't explain what I'm talking about, but I'm like controlling it from on this screen to my mouse. But let's see here. Okay. Gotta get, what is that called? Where you could do 2 different things with, you know how people could do like, oh, do a circle and a, Thank you for joining. I have to do, you know what I was going to maybe do tonight is pick the winners for the giveaways. I might do that. I got to do it this weekend for sure. So any members, if anybody just joined, I'm doing a members giveaway. So go over to my community post and fill out the forms. There's 2 hoodies from my merch I'm giving away. So Catalytic Moxie, go check it out. And then Mellies too. You guys are new members. Go check them out. Okay. Hey, Curious KB. All right, let's do this. So the blue is the court. Wade is red. So Wade is the defendant. He's red. The court is blue. Who else? I forget who else is in here. Oh, the green is the estate, the prosecutor, and then that's all for this one. On the other one, we'll have his defense. So it's purple. But anyway, so just remember he's red when I read it. Okay. Okay, so it said Wade Wilson. Mr. Wilson, you had an attorney, Young Tyndall, and my understanding is that he passed away. So I've got to appoint another attorney to represent you. Wade says, absolutely, thank you. That's why I wanted you to come over so that I can get that information to you, and you have that. And Wade says, in your honor, I want to be able to get something on the record too. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Yay, maybe somebody, whoever wins is going to, or whoever, yeah, whoever wins the gift, maybe they'll win the thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm in a silly mood. It's hot because I turned off the air, but that's why I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm just gonna deal with it. All right. So he wants to get some on record, and he does. Okay, the court says, I'm going to appoint Steve Smith as your new attorney. And given that you had that information, so you can have that, that's going to be 1 second. Mr. Smith will be your attorney, right? Or is Mr. Youngblood on that one? Make sure I've got that right. The case, got the right case numbers here. Then he gives the case number. He said, that's where Mr. Smith will represent you. And then in case number, blah, 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 Mr. Youngblood represents you. Thank you. Just one thing. So if Wade's still trying to get out something, and then the court, they always like to make sure they know what they're about to do. It says, you're being recorded, so anything you say may be used against you. You have attorneys to speak for you. So if you would like to address the court, I'll let you. And Wade says, one thing, and then ready to go. I just want to let everybody know, just for the record, obviously, that yesterday, paperwork was filed with the clerk of court. My attorney has all the paperwork. Everything's on the record. Assistant State Attorney Tyler Lovejoy is involved in a prostitution ring in Fort Myers, Florida, with my ex-girlfriend, which is Mila, who owns Mila's Spa. He's a paying client, frequent, weekly. The evidence, proof, text messages followed. Just put that on record. Tyler Lovejoy, Assistant State Attorney. Yes, sir. Based upon that, this court is going to have to, at some point, offer me a change of venue. It will happen. So just everybody knows that Tyler Lovejoy and Mila, I'm sure it's Mila Spa, downtown Fort Myers. That's right, across the street. That's right across the street. We have the messages. I have the pictures. Court says, okay, his next court date will be when? And the state says, it's going to take quite some time for him to get all this set up because of the amount of discovery. I wouldn't have an objection to a PTC in January if the court so inclines. The court says, let's do pretrial conference January 18th at 1:30. And the state says, Judge, may I inquire briefly of the court? Is Stephen Smith the one that works here in the Fort Myers, Judge? I don't know if he's death qualified because it's the death penalty case. Of course, says, I have to make sure that whatever attorney I appoint for you is death penalty qualified. Stephen Smith, is he not death penalty qualified? Then I have to appoint the next death penalty qualified attorney. Never mind. Mr. Smith is not appointed. It will be Mr. Thomas. We'll give you that information. That would be the attorney on that case, which is and it gives the case number. We'll set pretrial conference date then on January 18th at 1:30. Thank you, Your Honor, the state says. Okay, so that's that one. You know what, though? I never did check. So never mind. Has to be the murder case. I was like, because there's two different cases going on, but of course the death penalty one is the murder. I was going to look it up. Okay, so that's that one. I am going to, right now, I'm going to, wait, hold on. Transcript. Wait, January 20th, November 30th, September 1st. So I'm going to wait to do this one because he's not there, but I do want to read it if we have time. But I'm going to do January. Or I guess I should do them in order, huh? I don't know. No, I'm going to just do my plan. I'm going to do the January 20th, 2023, because he is at this hearing. Okay. There's the highlighted one. Okay. So for this one, like I said, I remained consistent with all the colors. But there's a couple. The new one is the purple is his defense. So blue is the court, purple is his defense, green is the state, and he's red. Okay. I try to make it easy. I'm so mad because a lot of the times the highlights will go across, but sometimes it doesn't. And so like each word, it like separated. So it makes it look stupid. Like, I don't know. Hopefully it's not hard to read with me. But I tried to like find a setting where it wouldn't do that, but I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, all right, let's do this. So like I said, this is January 2023. So this would be like a year and a half before the trial. Actually, they actually did have the trial. Who's Billy Poetic? Is that Billy? Who's Billy? You're silly. Okay. So, state says, Andreas Gardner on behalf of the state. Good afternoon. So Mr. Joff is one of Wade's attorneys. Your Honor, good morning. Attorney David Joff on behalf of Mr. Wilson. Good afternoon. Your Honor, Mark Youngblood also here for Mr. Wilson. Good afternoon. Your Honor, I received 3 boxes of discovery from Mr. Young Tyndall's wife 2 days ago in this case. She was good enough to bring those over. When I was originally appointed in this case, I was in trial for almost a month in federal court in Miami. In that case, that judge granted a mistrial, and he asked us to file post-trial motions. And then it was Christmas, and then New Year's, and then here we are. So I've ordered transcripts of depositions that have already been taken, and there are some other depositions that I need to take as well that have not been taken. Of course, says, all right. And Mr. Josh says, so that's where we are on the guilt phase of the case as well. All right, state anything and state nothing, judge from the state. So we're still at case management, correct? I believe so. Or pretrial. Then the clerk says it's pretrial, judge, for both. Okay, all right. So we're at pretrial. That was your understanding? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, that's fine. Just making sure everybody's on the same page. Yeah, but for me personally, I'm not yet ready for the trial. So, and the court says, oh, no, I know that. Mr. Joff says, as to the guilt phase, I understand that, right? What I would say, how many depositions do you think you have out there that you know of? And Mr. Joff says, I think there's approximately 5 or 6. Okay. Left to be taken. Why don't we set it up for pretrial conference in March? That should give you enough time to at least get those calendared, maybe get them, some of them done, and we can see where we are. Is that sufficient? Is that okay with the state? And the state says, yes, Judge, thank you. So March 28th, pretrial conference, 1:30. Mr. Joff says, very good. And Mr. Youngblood is also his attorney too. And he says, Judge, did you want to deal with the Nelson issue that Mr. Wilson filed? Court says, oh, I didn't realize we had, okay, so we have a Nelson motion? And the clerk says, on the 20 CF case is my understanding. And the court says, what's that? On the 20 CF case is my understanding. Okay. I could be wrong, not on the 19. And the judge says, I'm looking at 20 CF. I don't see anything. String was, I think they're in the other case, the same case we were just talking about. The 19, correct. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing it, but Mr. Wilson, is it true you filed a motion to have your attorneys discharged or an attorney discharged? Now Wade says, yeah, just Mr. Youngblood. And the court said, or judge says, Mr. Youngblood, okay, all right. Then can you state for the court what you would believe would cause the court to find Mr. Youngblood has been ineffective in representing you? And then Wade says, yeah, I've had him for 2 years and I've only seen him a handful of times. He doesn't message back, doesn't respond. You know, the communication level is zip to none. We're talking over 24 months. We've gotten nowhere, absolutely nowhere at all. He doesn't come to see me visually. He doesn't see me on the video monitor screen. He doesn't see me at all. And, you know, obviously all that can be validated through the jail's records, you know, visitations and whatnot. Oh, he's saying all of that can be validated that he wasn't visiting him that much. So that's, you know, over a 2-year period of somebody facing a death penalty, that's pretty bad. Not just that, he's not death penalty certified. There's no reason I need him on my case. being that he's not death penalty certified, that should be enough right there. So, but everything else on top of that is not good either. And says the court says, or the judge says, Mr. Youngblood, can you address that? Yeah, Carrie, they were filed on, well, this is from January 2023, but they were filed on the 2nd. So like over a week ago, they were filed. I just stopped checking every day. And then of course I missed it, but not a big deal. We'll read them now, but yeah, they were filed on the 2nd. Okay. Okay. So he says, Mr. Youngblood, can you address that? So now we got Mr. Youngblood, the one he wants to discharge, is saying, Judge, the mitigation part of this case is proceeding just fine. We've got a couple of experts appointed. One has already seen Mr. Wilson. The other aspects of the mitigation case, including communication with Mr. Wilson, progress has diminished since Mr. Joff's been on the case. I want to discuss all the mitigation items with him before going too much further on that. We've done so now. And then, the mitigation side of the case is proceeding as expected, Judge. And the judge says, so are you appointed? I see that you're appointed on 20 CF, which is an escape charge and a criminal mischief charge. Are you appointed on the other case? And Mr. Youngblood says, yes, Judge, there are different qualifications required for lead counsel and co-counsel. For co-counsel, I'm qualified. I'm appointed as co-counsel. And the judge says, okay, but you're legally qualified to serve on the other case, the 19 CF. Are you all? Oh, he's just, and Mr. Youngblood said, yes. Okay. And then then Wade starts to say, Mr. Thompson, which is the judge. And the judge says, 1 second, I'm just looking at it. And Wade says, no problem. The judge says, no, all right. I'll let you speak, but my question is there anything else specific that Mr. Youngblood has done or not done that would cause the court to believe he's been ineffective in representing you? And Wade says, it's not about what he has done. I think if he's done things that would be terrific, I think that's what I've been looking for almost 26 months, for him to do something. He hasn't done anything. That's what this Nelson's hearing's about. I have a mitigation specialist. She comes and visits me regularly. She's consistent. Communication level with her as well. Anybody can contact her on my behalf and she'll respond in a necessary way. But Mr. Youngblood, that doesn't work. You can leave a voicemail message. I can message him on the jail messaging service. Nothing like that works. He won't visit me. Even when he has visited me, which is rare, like I said, I can count on one hand in 26 months. We've talked about doing certain things. Having certain motions filed, coming to court for certain things. He hasn't acted on that progressively. So therefore, legally, his word with me is bar none, 0, no good. And for a death penalty case, it's really no wonder, besides my other lawyer dying like 2 months ago. But before that, we were making no progress, absolutely none. And, you ask yourself, well, why has Wade Wilson been here the 3.5 years and we haven't? We've really done nothing. The courts are like, what's going on? Well, I would say this is one reason. So I personally, for those reasons, I don't need him on my case. Plus, my new lawyer, Mr. Joff, this is a whole new team that we have. My mitigation specialist, Miss Wendy Stanford Perez, she's remained because I asked Mr. Joff. I said, listen, if it's your belief and it's good with you, I would like to keep her on my team. Even though she's from an old, group. So is Mr. Youngblood, but I have no need to keep him based on the reasoning that I described to you. Oh, really? Okay. Wow, 85? Dang. Anyway, okay. Okay. So for him, I don't see a need, a fit. I think we could find somebody else. Nobody better fit for my case situation as serious as it is. Okay, all right. And Mr. Youngblood, you said you have done things on the case? Oh, yes, the mitigation part of the case is proceeding just fine, Judge. We will be ready by the March pretrial conference date that Your Honor mentioned. And as I said, the judge says, let me just address in terms of what you've done on the case. Yes, in terms of preparing the mitigation part of the case. Okay. Interfacing with the mitigation specialist that Mr. Wilson, and then judge says, you've done that? Is talking about, yes. And the judge says, that's all I wanted to know, as if you've been a part of that. Yes. Okay, all right. And then Wade says, I would ask you, since he said that those things have been done and he's actually done those things, I would ask that those be shown to the court to be viewed by you, right? I mean, anything as far as like paperwork, documentation, things that can be validated, as far as those types of things, I would say that you probably pursue those and force to be shown. Because these some of these things, not all of them, but some of them are things that I'm not aware of. Where am I? I don't know if you recall, Your Honor, but there was a long time ago, probably over a year ago, we came before you to get moved to a different jail, Collier County or whatnot. They didn't want me, obviously. So you denied the motion without prejudice. We were going to come back on that motion. You denied it without prejudice. Mr. Youngblood specifically came, talked with me, and said we're going to go back. I waited, many months went by, can't get in touch with my attorneys. It doesn't work. He's not trying to respond to me. He's not being responsive. First of all, there's zero communication. I don't understand how we could proceed working as a team. And we never came back on that motion. And that just goes to show you as well, to be honest with you, that, it's because there's no communication there. I can't. And the judge says, okay, I can't. And then Wade says, I can't work with him, sir. Okay. I'm sorry, just reading some chat. And the court judge says, okay, that was something different, more specific, and I'll let Mr. Youngblood address that. Defendant says, Wade says, uh-huh. And Mr. Youngblood says, the motion for change of venue and to move Mr. Wilson to another jail, Your Honor, the court heard that. I told Mr. Wilson that I would revisit that with Mr. Tyndall. I discussed it with Mr. Tyndall. Together, we decided we are not going to come back and ask for another hearing on that. And the judge says, okay, all right. Well, for the reasons that you have stated under the law, those aren't sufficient reasons to find that an attorney has been ineffective in representing you. So I would deny your motion to have him discharged. And Wade says, Wade said, that's fine. As long as it's on the record, I can come back later. And the judge says, if you wish to discharge him, and then Wade says, yeah, I would love that. I don't want him on my case. Well, and the judge says, let me finish. And Wade says, that's what I want. And then the judge says, if you wish to discharge him, then the court would not be required to appoint an attorney to take his place. And Wade says, don't need it. I have Mr. Joff. I don't need it. I don't need any other lawyer. I don't need anybody in the way. And the judge says, Mr. Joff? So he's asking him. And Mr. Joff says, Your Honor, most respectfully, as to the motion, I just was taking a note here. As to the motion to transfer Mr. Wilson to an alternative jail, I'm happy to address that. Where are we at? Okay. And I think the issue was so that he had access to computers. I know in the federal system, folks get a lot of discovery electronically. So it's easier for them because they've got 24/7 access to sit at a computer and review it. I don't think he has that access at the Lee County Jail. There may be access at another facility. And I believe maybe over in the Moorhaven there may be that ability to do that, I think. I'll confirm that. And if that's the case, I'll check that out. I'll see that if they can accept him, and I could file an amended motion and set it for hearing and deal with that. Judge says, no, I just meant, did you have anything to address regarding this Nelson hearing that we're having now? Mr. Joff says, no, Your Honor, like I said. And the judge says, okay. Mr. Joff says, I'm new on the case and I'm getting up to speed. Like I said, I just got the 3 boxes I've ordered. They're there. Mr. Timble took a lot of depositions, but for some reason they weren't ordered. So I've ordered them. We're getting them. For some reason in 2 years, the other 6 depots were not taken since he's the lead lawyer. I'm setting those for depot. So that's why I'm in the process of doing. That's what I'm in the process of doing. Court says, okay. And Mr. Judge says, but in terms of having a second chair counsel, because it's a death penalty case, I would respectfully disagree and say it's better to have a second chair counsel in a death penalty case. And Wade says, somebody who's effective, obviously. And Mr. Joff says, yes. And the judge says, well, and then, I got that one highlighted all weird, but that's Wade says, Mr. Youngblood is not that for this case. And the judge says, I understand that, but for the legal reasons, like I said on the record, that those reasons that you've given aren't sufficient under the law to discharge. Wade says, let me say one more thing. And then and the judge says, let me finish what I've got to say. And Wade says, sure. And the judge says, and then I'll let you. Wade says, sure. But I lost my train of thought. Go ahead. Oh my God, I got to take a sip of coffee. Lordy, Lordy. How you guys doing? Oh, I think I am getting a bunch of emails. Let me check my phone. Yeah. Wait, I'm reading your message, Sarah. Need an alert. I need a couple things. I need that, like something that can beep on my phone. That'd be perfect. I also need something. I just lost my train of thought now. Like the judge. What was that? And I forgot what I was going to do. Oh, because my phone was going off. It was my email. I'll check my emails on my phone or on my computer. You guys, if you guys are sending emails, I'll check them after I read this, okay? I promise. All right. So now Wade says, okay, so the other thing too is there's a lot of important things in my case that haven't been followed through on as far as with Mr. Youngblood and Mr. Tyndall. My old lawyer that's dead now. So those guys, they weren't doing anything. The case, just like Mr. Joff just said, things are out of order. Things haven't been done. It's been 3.5 years. Things are sloppy, to say the least. Things are not proceeding in a manner that, is respectable towards a death penalty situation where somebody's life is on the line, like mine is. You know what I mean? You would think, that doesn't make any sense. Now, the thing is, too, I have phone records, as far as from my ex-girlfriend's phone. My own personal cell device that was seized by the Cape Coral Police Department. They never released any of the extraction of the phones. My lawyers never pursued to obtain the motions. I said something in court a couple of weeks ago, and I think a lot of these state attorneys and whatnot probably thought it was a little funny because they're unaware of what the truth really is. I seen them smile about it. Where is it? It's hard to keep track when I turn around or when I turn my head. Wait. Let me take a sip of water. he has a lot to say. Like, it almost seems like he's the one of the freaking lawyers, because normally, like, the lawyers are talking and he's just like jumping right in more than the lawyer. Anyway, so I don't know what he's trying to say. Like, okay, let me read that again, that paragraph though. It says, I said something in court a couple weeks ago, and I think a lot of these state attorneys and whatnot probably thought it was a little funny because they were unaware of what the truth really is. I seen them smile about it. Oh, I see. I think he's saying like they thought it was like ridiculous because they don't realize. Now, this is from him. I'm not saying this is all true, but they don't realize all this stuff's going going on. I think it was the stuff let's see, when that would have been 3 years ago. When did he say? A couple weeks ago, whatever. He said he was probably going on about the whole prostitution ring, I'm guessing. And maybe they looked at him like, oh my God, and smile like what is this guy talking about? Maybe that's what he's saying. Because they don't know the truth, so they smiled about it. Okay. Mr. Tyler Lovejoy, the assistant state attorney, was my client, paying for sexual acts at Mila's spa, called Mila's Spa, or I guess he puts Mila in her last name, called Mila's Spa. So, there's pictures of assistant state attorney Tyler Lovejoy, pictures of his penis, pictures of him naked, pictures of him, his wife, and his 2 kids, on her phone. I've seen the pictures. Okay, well, wait a minute. So there's a big difference. If maybe he's a client for the massage and maybe she has pictures of his family because they're friends, and it's like, oh, look at my family. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he's like, maybe there is a little bit of truth to it. Maybe he is a client for a massage and he's like now making it seem like it's more, or maybe there is. I mean, I don't know what the truth is, but I do think it has nothing to do with the murders. I think that's separate. And if there is any truth to it, he's trying to combine it and make it seem like it has something to do with it, because this is his life on the line. So of course he's going to try anything to freaking push it off onto somebody else, because that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? Of course he's not going to take responsibility. So, let's make it seem like it's something else. Now, I'm not saying I think that what he's saying is true. I'm just saying, even if it was, it doesn't mean he didn't kill them, kill Diane and Christine. I think it's just something different. I don't know. I should do a poll to see how many people think that there's any truth, not to like him saying, oh, that means he's innocent because they're a part of this killing. But if you guys think about the whole, do you think if the business is maybe, I don't know, a little more than a massage, or no? Yeah. Why are they going to be on Dr. Phil? Wait a minute. Am I missing something? Are they going on Dr. Phil? Or are you just like saying that he probably will? All right, let me continue here and then I'll chat with you. When I'm done reading this, I'm going to chat with you guys here. All right. So where are we at? So they're talking about like his pictures of where are we at? Where did I leave off? Hold on. Oh, right here. Okay. I've actually met him at the spa. When he came to see me, he told me, hey, when he left. Wait, hold on. He told me, hey, when he left. He texted Mila and said, hey, I don't want Wade there next time. I'm a little, worried about him being there when I come in for my visits. Now, I was listening to the interrogation, Mila's today, so I refreshed my memory on some of the stuff. I am going to play a couple clips here when I'm done reading some of the clips that just, I don't know, highlights of it. But, so one of the things she does say is that a lot of the men, or I don't know if she said men, but her clients, she wouldn't like, they didn't like Wade because they knew that he abused her. So she would try to like not have him around. So she's given a different reason why maybe that they're like, we don't want him around, because she's saying because they feel uncomfortable because they know that he doesn't treat her right. So not in those exact words, but anyway. So you're worried about him being there when I come in for my visits. So he's saying that Tyler Lovejoy says, I don't want Wade there next time. I'm a little worried about him being there when I come in for my visits. You know, this is on her phone. So once this is pulled, I'm going to the state's attorney's office. Mr. Tyler Lovejoy, he's going to be exposed. And here's the thing, there could be a message that's somewhat similar like that, because it could be because of what Mila said, because of what, like maybe she tells him about the abuse and that he doesn't want to see him. That's a little weird. Like this guy's treating like crap. And you know what I'm saying? So there could be something that looks like that, and it could be out of context. Wade's trying to be all smart. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing up some possible scenarios. You know, wait, where are we at? Oh, he's saying he's going to the state attorney's office. Okay. But these are the things that my lawyers haven't done, you know, and that, I mean, that's just the break of the ice. Of course, says, okay. And then he says, you know what? So what else has, oh, sorry. So what else has not been done? Quite a lot has not been, you know, and sadly, Mr. Youngblood is part of what has not been done. The court says, okay. And Wade says, you know, so the other guy is dead. Youngblood's still here. I'm ready for him to go. One guy is dead. I'm ready for him to get off the case so we can move forward. Why does that sound so like insensitive? It's almost like he's saying like he's ready for him to, like he's ready for this guy to die. Like this guy's dead. I'm just ready for him to go. It's just, I feel like it's kind of bad choice of wording there, the way he said that. Yeah, no, I know. I'm not saying I think that. I'm just saying I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I wouldn't know either way. I'm just saying, even if for some reason it would be true, that doesn't mean that he didn't murder anybody. So both can be true. But I'm not saying I think it's true. I have no idea. I wouldn't know. Anyway, the judge says, what am I going to do? What I'm going to do is this. As far as for discharging Mr. Youngblood without appointing another second chair, I'm going to reserve on that this time. I reserve ruling on that. I do find that the grounds you gave weren't legally sufficient to have him discharged as ineffective. Wade says, okay. And the judge says, that's on the record. Wade says, yes, sir. Thank you. Judge says, I'm going to set this for another court date, which would be, when do you want? And then the state says, you said March 28th at 1? March 28th at 1, 1:30. Sorry. Thank you. All right. So you're still on. I reserve ruling on whether to discharge you. We may have another conversation about that again. All right. Mr. Youngblood says, March 28th. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Okay. Now the other one, he's not there. And I actually didn't get a chance to read through this other one here. The other transcript. This is from September 2022. Let's see if there's anything interesting in it real quick. So I didn't get to highlight it either. So let's see here. So this would have been before the other one. So the court says, good afternoon, please be seated, blah, blah, blah. The first case would be the state of Florida versus Wade. My understanding earlier from the bailiffs is that Mr. Wilson had refused to come over from the jail. Mr. Tyndall says, yes, sir. So I said, well, we'll see where we go today. And then if we need to bring him over, we can bring him over. I know that there was a motion filed recently to continue. So we should probably take that up first and see where we go. Okay, that's up to you. Do you want him brought over? I'm asking defense counsel. I'll have everybody announce themselves for the record. Mr. Tyndall says, young Tyndall for Mr. Wilson, Your Honor. And then Youngblood says, Mark Youngblood, also for Mr. Wilson. Gardner says, Your Honor, Andreas Gardner on behalf of the state. So I guess in regards to the motion, do you want to waive his appearance or do you want him brought over? Tyndall says, I don't have any problem waiving. Mr. Youngbug says waive. Gardner says, court says, is that acceptable to the state? State said it's acceptable. So Mr. Tyndall, one of his lawyers says, I filed motion for continuance. I've been on the case for 18 months. Public defender was on the case before that. We've done almost all the depositions, I'd say. Mr. Youngblood and I got together yesterday. I think there's probably about 8 or 10 depositions left. A couple of them are medical people. There's quite a bit to do. I think it's still on the penalty phase because there's been a conflict problem with getting our doctors in the jail according to his schedule. So this would have been, I just want to put something like 4 months before the one before, where then they ask him to discharge him. I'm just trying to pay attention to, like, does it seem like Mr. Youngblood is doing a lot? Because remember, Wade's like, when did it discharge him? Anyway, I think the main thing we have is Mr. Wilson has provided us with some information. We've got an investigator, former police officer, who is our investigator on the case. And he's done a great job running things down, but we still have some things to run down, some issues that we have to get to the final answer on so that I can answer them not only for the court, if there's anything filed by Mr. Wilson later on in a 3850, if that comes up. So I just want to make sure that we've done everything we can, that I have the ability to answer all the questions and have an answer for all the issues. I just need some more time for that. I understand that there's a problem with Mr. Gardner's schedule. He's got some things booked up over the next few months. And we talked before, and he agrees that I think it's a death penalty case, and we need to make sure everything is done and all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And then if I need additional time, I need additional time. So I'm asking the court for a continuance. I don't know if Mr. Youngblood has anything in terms of the penalty phase, if he wants to talk. So I wonder if, when they're talking about the investigator, they said because Wade, so it says that the main thing we have is Mr. Wilson has provided us with information. We've got an investigator, former police officer, who's our investigator of the case. So it sounds like they had their own investigator and probably looked into the stuff that Wade said, right? What did they find? None of them used any of that, or, I'm sure that's what they're talking about. You think? Oh, it was yesterday, Carrie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. All right, so I just wanted to point that out, but oh, dang it. Where did I oh yeah. So the court says, we're currently scheduled for trial on October 18th. Oh, October 18th. Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead. So they were originally, that would probably in 2023, but they pushed it off, obviously, but no, this is 2022. Yeah, it was probably originally for October 18th, 2023, because we know it got moved to June 2024. Anyway, so Mr. Youngblood says, Judge, I would just add for the penalty phase that we've had a little trouble scheduling. I mentioned at pretrial conference that we had a little trouble scheduling Dr. Ewing to get into the jail. He was out of the state for much of the summer. And then when we tried to get a motion granted for him to visit electronically by video, I didn't understand that there was a different procedure for setting up a proposed order for that. So that set us back. We need to get Dr. Ewing in to see him. We have a motion for that in neuropsychologist. For a neuropsychologist, I just realized that's not where for a neuropsychiatrist. There we go. I moved it earlier, it's in my way. Okay, so we have a motion for a neuropsychologist that we want to have look at him. That's filed. We haven't set a hearing on that yet. I'm waiting to hear back from JAC. We need to travel to, I think, Michigan to visit with Mr. Wilson's mother because that's a mitigation witness, a critical mitigation witness. So there's several things remaining on that. I wanted to get all the depositions before doing some of the things, but now we'll just move forward the best we can at this point. Mr. Chinell says, can I just say one more thing, Judge? COVID. I'm not using it as an excuse because it's kind of a tired excuse at this point, but for 15 months, I didn't try any kind of case. And all of a sudden, in the last 3 months, I've tried 2 murder cases. Oh, yay, Holly. Nice to see you. No hurricane damage. Okay, I'm glad. Good. So it says, I saw that in your motion. Mr. Youngblood says, they are all kind of backing up on me. And the court says, Mr. Gardner? Mr. Gardner says, yes, Your Honor. With regard to this particular matter, the state's position is that we would only like to try this case once. Court says, I'm sorry? And Mr. Gardner says, we would only like to try this case once. I understand the concerns and difficulties that the defense counsel has. Obviously, those would be shared and echoed by the state. And we would want to make sure that those are addressed accordingly. Given that, Judge, I guess my only concern is the administrative aspect of it as far as getting it properly scheduled. The state's position would be if the court is inclined to grant the continuance, which I would anticipate that it would, that we schedule this particular case for a pretrial conference in January, if the court would be so inclined. Get off the trial docket. We have made extensive efforts of getting in contact with all of our witnesses and beginning the preparations for the October trial in light of the fact that I also have one that's currently supposed to start next week. We shall see how that goes. But in abundance of caution, Judge, I also share the same conflicts that the defense counsel does with regards to some homicide cases that are coming up for prospect of trial. It looks like I'll have one in November and maybe in December. My co-counsel has one in January. I have one with her then in February. She is out in March. And I think the earliest that we're looking at prospectively would be April. And I would think, given the allotment of the various items that need to be addressed by defense counsel that they mentioned here today, that may be perfect time by which they'll respectfully be requesting the court to then be setting this particular case in April as a prospective trial date. And then the judge says, in listening to your arguments today, there's a little more than I realized from reading the motions. You said there's about 10 or so witnesses that still need to be deposed. And Mr. Chinell says, including medical examiners, yes. And the judge says, then you have witnesses that at this point haven't been listed in terms of the mitigation? Mr. Youngblood says, correct. And the judge says, okay, so the state is not objecting. And the state says, we are not taking position on that matter, Judge. We're leaving it to your discretion. And the judge says, well, it's always at the court's discretion. Hearing no objection from the state, she says, very well. And the judge says, then I guess there's no objection. All right. Given the number of witnesses and additional disclosures that need to be done, I don't see how that can reasonably be done between now and October 18th. So I will grant the motion to continue. I'd like to put this then on, we'll put it for the pretrial conference of January 18th. And they said, that's fine with me. Of course, it's actually on, we'll call this case at the end of the docket, the pretrial conference date. And then at that date, I think it would be appropriate to have the status conference that I originally scheduled for day in terms that were going to be discussed. Oh, wait a minute. September, were they talking about having the next month? I was thinking, the more I'm reading this, I was thinking when they were saying October, they meant like the next year. Oh, never mind. Right? They were talking about like it was supposed to be that month or that next month. Wow. Well, this is the first, but yeah, okay. So then they pushed it off to January, and then they said what they would start at maybe April, but that's 2023, right? So then they did a whole nother year and a half. Wonder what happened. See, I would love to like to see all the hearings and hear why did it get pushed off so far, you know? Because we know it didn't happen until June 2024. So I wonder what else happened. All right. Where are we at? Inappropriate to have a status conference that I originally scheduled for today in terms of that's where we're going to go. That's where we're going to be discussing about jury summons and all the administrative processes that need to take place prior to the trial. And the state says, absolutely, Judge. Considering we're in August right now, we have pretrial conference now set in January. Oh, August. Oh, September 1st. This is September 1st on the cover page of this, but anyway, where are we at? We have pretrial now set for in January. Would the court be inclined as to set a kind of status conference so that way we could kind of keep this on track a little shorter leash, if you will? Judge says, I thought you all wanted one in January. And the state says, I do. We want a pretrial then. We just kind of want another kind of status just so that way the court can be aware of what's transpired. Because the last time we were before the court was back in May. And Judge said, that's fine. I thought when you requested January, that just meant that that would be when we would be ready to discuss these things. But if you're ready to discuss them sooner, that's fine. And the state says, I just want to make sure that we're getting depositions lined up. I want to make sure that the defense counsel has an opportunity to line up what they need to with regards to the jail. It's just kind of, and the court says, let's just do a regular pretrial conference. How about November 8th? We can do that, Judge. Is that all right? And Mr. Schindel says, fine. And the court says, November 8th, 1:30. I would anticipate having the status conference and a more evolved conference with all the stakeholders in the courthouse. And what have you in January? So what did I say? That was January 18th. You did at 1:30. And then they want, so they're doing November 8th for the, let's go with November 8th pretrial conference. Then we'll go from there. All right. Thank you. Thanks for your time, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think that's about all. Yeah. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Ooh, all right, so let me look at my emails first. Xbox, what? Yeah, Sarah, that's what I was talking about. That's the one I was talking about. That's why I saved that screenshot of the that post, because I had already read that post in a live probably like a month ago. But yeah, because I saw that picture. Hold on, let me say that. Thanks. I don't have to go back and look for it. Did you hear me? I was talking about this. I read a post. I was like, I got it because there's this Woody that they made him look like Wade. And then, but I forgot to save the picture. So I don't know if you just randomly sent that or you're helping me out because I forgot to save it. Did you hear me say it or no? All right, let me save it though. Hold on. Is it in the savable thing? Yeah. Oh, I know. That's what I said. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Wait, where did I put it? Hold on, I'll show you guys. So this is the Woody. It is funny. I don't know why I get. And there's another thing where somebody. Well, hold on. Let me show you this first, and then. Oh my god. It says, why was I ever born? But you know what? We should. Oh, this one has that. He does really have that and that. Or oh, I don't know about that, but it's just with the teeth. Oh my god. That's funny. Oh, thanks for sending that. Oh. Hey, Ashley, how are you in? Hey, Kiss My Ex, how have you been too? All right. Although I read those quicker than I thought it would take, so that's good. All right, so let me go over a couple of these other posts. So this is a post that I saw up on Reddit. Most of the Reddit, that Wade Stephen Wilson Reddit one is like the best one, I feel like. I think that's what I'm pretty sure is where this was up. But I think this is a fake. I think this is definitely a fake because if you look at it, I think somebody just edited it because it doesn't look. That's generic. But it's still like, why is somebody doing it? So it's probably this person that's doing it to make herself look good or something. Let me read it because it's definitely, come on. That's not from Wade. That's just ridiculous. Wait, let me find a real one and show you the difference. Is this a real one? No, that's something different, which we're going to read. But anyway, that's the smart one. There's those ones that look like the emails, but I think it's definitely a lie, but let me read it. So, disclaimer, I'm not reading this thinking it's real. It's entertainment. Think it's freaking somebody just freaking made it up, pretended that Wade wrote it. What do you guys think? Let me read it and tell me what you guys think. So who's Linda? I don't know, but it says Theo. Remember, that's that German lady that wrote those letters. That one of the first letters that back in like my part 1 or part 2 of Wade, like my first or second live that I did of Wade, I read that letter. It was like a long letter from the German lady. That's her, right? That's the Theo is that. I know Theo is definitely one of the ones that wrote a letter. I think it was that one, right? The one that wrote that long one, if I'm remembering right. It says this Theo is my soulmate. It's supposed to be from Wade, okay? Since day one, she has fought for me in my life. I have never felt the same way about anyone else. Where am I? No, anyone else as I do about her. Yes, I tell many women the same thing, but I do it for my freedom. With Jenny, it is true love. I have never asked for her for money. I love her and she gives me everything that money cannot buy. At some point, not today, not tomorrow, but at some point, Linda, I will see her again. Um, yeah, that girl, I do too. When Jenny entered the room, the whole room was full of aura. I've never felt like this when someone is standing in front of me. I don't know exactly what it is, but she has my soul. Please do me a favor and don't tell anyone about this or I'll get I don't know, it's blacked out. Like, wait, you wouldn't write this to another person about somebody he loved, which pretending somebody like, don't tell anybody about this. He's talking about Mrs. Steele. It's one of those people, one of those ladies, it was a supporter, and she wrote a letter of support. But anyway, Mrs. Steele is my soulmate. Since day one, she has fought for me in my life. I have never felt the same way about anyone as I do about her. Yes, I tell many women the same thing, but I do it for my freedom. With Jenny, it is true love. I have never asked her for money. I love her, and she gives me everything that money cannot buy. At some point, not today, not tomorrow, but at some point, Linda, I will see her again. When Jenny entered the room, the whole room was full of. This is not. Wait, is any. Oh my God, where am I? I can't even read this straight. Anyway, I've never felt like this when someone is standing in front of me. I don't know exactly what it is, but she has my soul. Please do me a favor and don't tell anyone about this or I'll get effing angry. That's what it said. Okay. No, I know it. I know it's totally not her. It's not. But the thing is who did this? Is it Mrs. Thiel to make it look like, oh, he loves me? I don't know. Like, what is the point? Because the point, like, like it's not believable. So it's I don't know. I just thought that was funny. It was like more for comic relief here that I wanted to share it. um. Anyway. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So it's funny. Do a complimentary guy. I'm not ladies at least. Not let you ladies at least. Yeah, and especially he wouldn't say that about somebody else. Like he would be trying to suck up to the person that he's trying to get whatever he needs from. He wouldn't be telling like another girl about his love for this other girl, but don't tell anybody. What would be his he doesn't know. It's totally not. It's so funny. Anyway, I'm glad you guys thought it was funny too. Okay. So now this is from Wade's Wilson official, Stephen Wilson. So it's just, let's read it. Hold on, let me read it from the screen. I have specifically allocated 5 minutes of my time for you. So read carefully. You are getting on my nerves. Listen, if I was calm, it was only because Wade wants us to be restrained and calm. But not in your case. I am patient up to a certain moment, but you will get your answer now. Jessie is not in the team. She left it. I repeat for the last time, Jessie left. What is happening to her now? She is living. What she is doing is none of your business. The money was gave to the lawyer. He will be in court on the 16th. The check was issued. If you didn't have time to see it, that's your problem. So the hearing is in 5 days. And you ask such questions. What kind of money do you think the lawyer works with? Did they fall from the sky, maybe? Of course you are leaving this group. We are very glad that you are no longer with us. So this person said, if you are part of Wade's team, we have the right that you tell us what happened with our money and why we don't get any. I don't know. Let's see what else. Hold on. I hope I read this in order here. Oh yeah, here. So what was... Yeah, Jessie, she's living. Okay, so his hearing is in 5 days. So glad we are. So, of course, you are leaving this group. Okay, so it says what happened with our money, and we don't get any information of Jessie. I will no longer donate money. I don't support Wade anymore. So that's what it sounds like she was responding to, right? Y'all. And then, my beloved people, I am very sorry that I had to make you wait so long, but the information is now there. You can donate at this link and only here, nowhere else, and to no one. Reference would be his name. Oh yeah, reference would be his name, Wade Wilson. Thank you. So talking about the Ufferman, because you're donating on the Ufferman law page or whatever, or his website. All right. Oh, here is. I think it goes this way. Hold on a second. I think this is the right order. And a lawyer, I say he needs help. I never know though. Sometimes it's like I think I'm reading it in the right order, and it's. I don't know, guys. Hold on. Oh, we could. Hold on a second. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, I think it's this way. Okay, I'm just going to read it. If it's not in order, oh well. It gets confusing trying to put these in order. Does anyone know where the... Oh, wait, hold on. Should be this one. The prison has its own medical station. Prisoners get their proper medication. He doesn't need to be in a mental facility. So this is, and lawyer, I say he needs help in a mental facility where he get the right help and drugs as he had no. So this is just like between some of the Wade wives here. It says we cannot compare the medical care received in prison with more specialized medical care at the medical station. I don't think a mentally ill person would receive exactly the same treatment in prison that a medical facility can offer. There are probably more differences than we can imagine. So this is a response to, I don't think the mentally ill person would receive exactly the same treatment in prison. Prisons have their own tiers for mentally ill people, and nobody wants to be there. You have way less privileges, and you're surrounded by the most disturbing people you can imagine. If he would need that, they would have put him there. You all act like he has stolen some food from Walmart. He killed 2 people and has a list of charges from before these ones. If it would have been your daughter, mother, or sister that he killed, would y'all be happy with all these craze around him? With all this crazy on that, the killer of your loved one receives tons of letters and support. How would that make you feel? He doesn't care about anybody or anything. All he wants is money that all the delusional women give him. Did you all not listen to the phone calls? He makes fun of people that try to help him. This person can't and won't be helped. I'm usually not for the death sentence, but he really deserves it. And I hope once all the circus is over and more people forget about him, he will wither away on his cell. I hope he has as much fear as the woman he killed. And when the day finally comes and he gets his lethal injection, I hope the family and friends of the victims find some peace and everyone supports him will get their karma sooner or later. Now that makes sense right there. But I know the post, it was on that Reddit thing, and I think it said these were like, it was in a group, the Wade supporters a group, I'm pretty sure. And I think it was maybe the German. Oh. It says, how come nobody done background checks on 2 women he met at bar? Maybe they drugged him on top of him having drinks and other substances. Maybe they or one robbed him. He woke up after being drugged from them, waked out, not understanding, blackout. His mind was going in and out from not knowing where he was to stop the next woman for directions and not knowing why he hurt her, saying he can't undo what he messed up. I think his dad has resentment and didn't want to help him. I think his dad hates him for whatever reason from being a failure, giving up for adoption, and he was never there for him, and he certainly wasn't here now for him, and he needed him again in his life. The first interview, the police officer lady stated how whacked out he was. Where are we? The night before and didn't want him tweaking out on her. Oh, so I remember she said it's the first interview. The police officer lady said he was whack. Stated how whacked out he was the night before and didn't want him tweaking out on her. But she didn't say, she just asked if he was because she was saying you're not going to be coming down tweaking out. It wasn't because she said he was. It may be right. I agree with you 100%. We don't know if he was given it or it was something added to his drink and he suddenly lost control. How can we show credibility of the women he met in bar before people erase it or hide it from the question getting out? Does anyone know where the beginning of Wade's trial is? It seems to be jumbled. He could be the victim from women from Buddha. Wait, he could be a victim from the women from Buddha? So now he's a victim of what women? What? Also, he had no bad tattoos on his face till after he was arrested. You'll notice he had a lot of weight on him and looked healthy. Then you see another court appearance where he looks sick, I'm sure from the stress. But on top of being with other murderers and facing death row and scared to death, he had to choose to run with a gang like they all do to survive in prison, just like many movies are based on. I read he has 2 years before Florida Supreme Court, so all these fans on his site really need to stick together and pull facts showing how nice of a person he is. 2 years? What do they mean? 2 years before they put him to death? Or what do you mean? It's going to be a lot longer than that. Um, all right, so you guys all right in chat? Oh, I know. Wait, who are you talking to? Tiffany? Oh my God, he's not a nice person. Yeah. Oh, responding to them. Yeah. No crap. No, he's not. Yeah. I don't know how these women are just like, um, okay, these women aren't the phones in the pot out in the open. No, I mean, yeah, that's what was crazy. It sounds like he's got like his own like cordless phone or something. Oh no. Oh, what? You know, whoa, because he was talking about like putting his phone on the charger. And then like I was confused where he's like, I got like on the phone call, he said something like, I got numbers, I got some numbers for you, the German. I don't understand. Um Wait a minute. What? Hold on. I was gonna show you a couple before I play a clip from like some of the Wade wives. I wanted to show you a couple clips when I was watching. That's what I was gonna do. When I was watching that Mila interrogation, a couple of the clips that I just wanted to highlight. One second. So Mila, Jason, Amy. Oh, I forgot I have a couple other things too. That's right. Hold on. Let's do the clip here. So remember, I know you guys have seen this, but I'm still a little bit confused. I know when we were watching this before I brought it up and nobody really seemed to think it was cool, but I'm on this. I'll show you here what I'm talking about. 3324. So 3324. So when she, okay, two times. So the first one she mentions about somebody messaged her that Christine was dead, and then then she explains it again and talks about it being Kelly. I'm just, first of all, I wish there was a timestamp on this because this was the same day. How did Kelly know that? Number one, right? I don't understand how she could have known that. And didn't they end up finding Christine like around 4? Why am I remember like 4? But they wouldn't have announced that to anybody for probably for a while, right? Maybe not even till the next day, would they have? But let me play a couple of these clips here. No, I can't hear it. Hold on. I gotta freaking share it. I get so mad at this. I know. Hold on. It's annoying, no. Stupid sound. All right, this should work now. But hold on. I want to make sure mine's on so I could hear it. Okay. Okay, so here's when she first mentions it. My link hurts my stomach. Shepherd Barbara. Shepherd. Jason's last name is Shepherd. So he must have called from Jason's phone I wonder if Jason's, because he lives with his mom, did they have a landline or something? Because that's his last name. And she's saying that's one of the names that came up that he called, or that, well, she doesn't know who. I mean, Shepherd Barbara. Somebody called him Shepherd Barbara. Coincidence? He was just with a guy named Jason Shepard. Anyway. I don't really? There's really no sound? I freaking just reshared it. Are you serious? All right, let me try it again. I'm so confused because I just did. Wait, somebody's saying the volume is extremely low. So are you sure there was no sound or is it just low? There, it was on low for some reason. Wow, that whole time. Did you guys hear the other ones where I played the clips like of Jason and Mila and Amy? Because I feel like now I must have had it on low for all of them. All right, hold on. So that's 3324. Let me get it back and then I'll share it. Hold on. All right. Now tell me if you hear it now.
I woke up around. See, this is him calling all night, but that's not why he's calling. Maybe this Shepherd Barbara is him too, because that's the girl. That's the girl. Somebody said he killed this girl, Christine Melton.
Who said he killed her?
I'll show you the messages.
So first of all, Barbara Shepherd, what I was saying, you heard her say that. Barbara Shepherd called her, which was Wade, I'm sure. I'm thinking it was a landline, so he probably called from. What time was that? Wait, hold on. Did she say what time the Barbara Shepherd was? Because he left. Remember, he left. Oh, he left there around 6. Never mind. I want to see what she said. What time though? Hold on.
Girl, somebody said.
Hold on.
I woke up around. See, this is him calling all night, but that's not why he's calling. Maybe this Shepherd Barbara is him too, because that's the girl. That's the girl. Somebody said he killed this girl, Christine Melton.
Who said he killed her?
I'll show you the messages.
Okay.
Now,
So then this is when they go and says about the who says that, and she says Kelly here, right here.
over and kept calling. So we're trying to find this girl and trying to find him, and they just.
Should I try to message her and see if she's alive?
No. You said that, or someone told me that someone messaged you and said that she was dead.
I'll show you. It's his ex-girlfriend.
Who's his ex-girlfriend?
Kelly, I don't know her last name. Kelly something. But this is, she always bothers me about him, but this is what's up. Let me think. Let me find it. Okay. All right. Somewhere right around here, you can start reading it.
Where does she live?
She is in Tallahassee, I think.
Oh, I know. That's my whole point. It's not Josh, it's Jason. But I know that's what I'm saying. I was pointing out it's Jason, so I'm trying to figure out why. So he even called from Jason's phone. So either Jason's cell phone or maybe there's a landline on his mom's house. Either way, it doesn't really matter. But he called from Jason's phone. So I guess it's not a really big deal, but I just like to know what time that was. But so yeah, so he calls from his phone, and then but he would have still had his phone. Remember, he lost his phone. He said, well, he left his phone at Jason's. Remember, right? Supposedly. So wonder why he would have had to use Jason's phone if he had his phone when he was still at Jason's. I don't know, but obviously he used the phone to call her at some time, Jason's, whether it's a cell phone or landline. But anyway, how did Kelly know? I mean, I'm still, like I said, I pointed this out when we were watching this together the first time. And that's weird to me, though. I don't understand how Kelly knew that early, because this is that same date. Well, the next morning, this is the same day where I don't even think they had caught him by now, because this is the same day that he beat her up, right? So I think right now, because didn't she even say at the beginning of this, oh, he's still calling me? Or I don't think I mean, they hadn't caught him till what, 10 that night, right? Or what time they ended up? I thought it was, I don't know. I was thinking it was 10, but do you guys remember what time they actually arrested him? So, and then they freaking, I think they said they found her at like around 4, Christine, but it's not like they're gonna find Christine and then go start calling like I mean, I guess they could call family, but I wonder how would Kelly, unless if they called well then wait, is she friends with somebody that knew them? I don't know. It's kind of weird that they knew that quick though. And I'm not saying I don't think that they have anything. I think Wade killed him. I'm not saying that, but I'm just curious how Kelly knew. Didn't Wade tell Tommy? No, Wade said he killed people to Josh, but he didn't say who. Unless but here's the thing. So even if he said, okay, he told Josh, supposedly Josh said he said that, he killed someone or people or something. So then I guess they could put 2 and 2 together and be like, oh, who was he with? But how would Kelly or Josh even have known who he was with that night? And I doubt Wade remembered her name to be like, oh, if he said, who'd you kill? Oh, I called Christine Melton. Like, I don't think he would even have thought or said that. So he just said he killed people or someone. I don't know if he said someone or people or whatever. I have to go back and listen to Josh's testimony. But still, though, how would they know it was Christine Melton is what I'm trying to say. Even if they know he killed somebody. Josh wasn't at the bar. Kelly wasn't at the bar with them to know who he was with. Yeah, Mila was, but remember, Mila says she just doesn't know who went with them. There's just some people. Now she saw that he was calling Mila and Christine Melton's name was coming up because he was using her phone. And then she also says how he was using her phone to to put people's numbers when he like meets people at the bar. He sometimes puts numbers in her phone but wait a minute. Yeah, that's another thing. So did he have a phone? Because she makes it seem like he didn't have a phone, and then supposedly he left his phone at Jason's. That I still don't understand the whole phone thing with him. Like, did Jason ever give him his phone back, or did he ever confirm that he found it? I don't know. Anyway, so Mila could have put 2 and 2 together that the girl was Christine, but she says Kelly said that's who. It was almost like, I don't know. I don't know how Kelly or them would have known who he went out with. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's who he did. He was using her phone. So that's definitely how the number could be in her. Because you know how the caller ID will be like with iPhones, it usually finds the person that it is, even if it's not programmed. So chances are he didn't have to program it, even though she wasn't sure, because he does take her phone and program numbers, or you know what I'm saying, when he meets people, she said. So, but yeah, if he just called, it could showed up for caller ID. And he was using her phone, because she even says he started. So before he beat her up, before he attacked her or whatever, it was coming up with the caller ID. So it was coming up Christine Melton, or who, he wasn't blocking it. But then she said after he hurt me, he was blocking it. So it was coming up, where you block the number, where it wasn't showing the name. But before it, so she, basically saying, so before he didn't care that it came up, but after he hurt me, then he did care. He didn't want the number to come up. So, yeah. So yeah, it would, that's how she knew. But I mean, she said, that's the one they said that he killed. And then she said, who, Kelly? Unless if it's almost like they knew somehow, and I don't know. Anyway, no, I'm not overthinking. I just like to know every specific detail. It's just how I am. Like, to you, it might not be important, but I just like to know everything. It's just how I am. Very detail oriented. So, I just not overthinking. I just want to know how Kelly knew. That's all. So it could just be because maybe she mentioned the name, or, you know, she said, "Oh, he's calling," you know, maybe she didn't even remember. She's talking to Kelly. Oh, Christine Melton is who he called from. And then, or maybe she knew somebody. I mean, who knows? But not overthinking at all. I just like to know everything. Oh, well, I just listened to it. What do you mean? She explains. Yeah, she's explaining it's Kelly, but
Okay, so what is the start?
It kind of starts. She's asking me what, like, pretty much, because he tied her up for 6 hours, gagged her right around there. So she wants to know me to take pictures of what happened to me, and then he's beat me before. So then it starts right around there.
Who's Gray? She is?
I'm sorry.
oh, sorry. Yeah, maybe I didn't listen. I mean, I listened to it first, but I didn't today. I stopped it.
Gray is her, blue is me.
Okay, so she's saying they're saying he killed someone. Who's they?
See, I don't know. She's being very vague.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of gets down into it.
They.
He told some dude named Josh. He did. And there's like 40 cops looking for him.
He killed somebody. We know he told Josh he killed somebody, but did he say her name?
See, Christine, but she spelled it wrong.
Okay, well, it's not.
Unless if he told him the name. I don't know. I just couldn't see him even saying the name to Josh, like Christine. Because I mean, on Josh's testimony, he didn't say.
Tommy's my ex-boyfriend who introduced me to Wade. And the news travels fast within them. As soon as something happens, they all update each other. It's kind of like a small circle.
It's really Kelly's a part of that circle. I don't think she.
What's Mateo Graphics?
Mateo Graphics is Josh Lukic, however you say his name. Business. It's in Hancock Parkway.
So did Mila know that Wade had a phone then? Well, I mean, I don't understand why Wade wouldn't just use his own phone to program stuff. Unless if maybe it's like, why do I remember she said something about him always losing it or something? Maybe because he's always gonna lose it. So if the numbers would get lost or something. I don't know. We don't have to watch this. I wanted to watch another one too, but let me see if she does explain more. I forget. I still don't know if he would have gave Josh the name. Because you think Josh would have said that? Well, I guess not. Because Josh.
He punched you inside of the car?
No, but he punched me in it. Did he break your nose? No, he punched me in the nose. Is what I said.
No, I know, but
No, he got out of the car.
Well, apparently because in the freaking interview, he just said that they let you go because I asked for a pic. No, I'm still here. Then sent a pic inside of the room. Did he kill someone? They found blood in the trunk of a car, and that's her asking me or telling you. You asked who said that, and she said, "Josh, did he break your nose?" And you said, "No, but he punched me in
instead of in the nose."
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha. So not inside the car.
No.
Were you ever inside that car?
No, I was not getting that car.
Never made it inside the car.
I would have died if I would have gotten the car.
Okay.
I would not be here.
So the guy Josh was the one that told her, "Hey, Wade just came in here and told me that he killed someone."
I think Josh told Tommy, and Tommy told Kelly. It's like a big thing.
Where does Tommy live?
Tommy works at Citywide. Oh, I finally remember it. It just came to me. Citywide Air Conditioning Company, and I think that he lives in a house by the owner of Citywide Air Conditioning.
Which is where?
I think it's Del Prado, Cape Coral.
Okay.
And he lives with his girlfriend Elizabeth. We've not been together since March. But he's always telling me not to get back with Wade because he will kill me. Everybody's saying.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I know they're saying that she said something to Josh supposedly, but Josh never. You think? I mean, why wouldn't Josh say he said killed Christine? No, he just said killed people. I think people are. He's weird. Yeah, obviously they do. It's just it's weird because it doesn't seem like it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like she was like a part of it. It's like must be like a small world there. It's like I almost think that he didn't tell Josh the name, but somehow word traveled where somebody that knew Christine somehow knew somebody that told Josh or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't know. I don't think that Wade said who it was. I'm having doubts about that he would have told Josh who. Remember when Mila talks about this in A Live? Wait, says what, Lewis? What does she say? I know. I'm thinking. I'm remembering. Talking about the phone situation or what? Or what do you mean? Talks about what? That I actually thought Kelly specifically said her and Tommy didn't talk. Wait, what? But wait, what did Mila say in the live? Which thing are you talking about? I don't know. I am remember something about her talking about him and phones, but you're saying about this thing? Which part though? I can't remember exactly, but she talks more about how she knew the name. Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Dang it. If you could, well, if you come across it, that part, send it to me. But don't, I mean, you don't have to go looking for it, but if you happen to see it. And hey, Mama Mia, thanks for coming. All right, Sue. I wanted to play this clip from some of the Wade wives that are talking about the German girl, about talking about Vivian, and I'm not sure I believe the whole. They're talking about like the OnlyFans and like what. So I don't know how many of you guys have been listening to the Patreon calls because I have because I joined her Patreon phone calls from prison. She's been putting like the more explicit calls on her Patreon. So, well, I'll just start this part of a live, and then I'll stop it and add commentary as we go. Because I don't know if I believe though that it's some of this. I don't think they're lying. I think they're just guessing, and it's not completely accurate. But well, let me know what you guys think. Give me 1 minute. 1 second. Oh shoot! I gotta export it. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna chat with you guys while I have it exported. I forgot. So anyway, did you guys have a good weekend? Oh, the weekend is still actually happening, huh? The weekend is not over. What about I might be having let me see if the girl responded. Hold on. I was supposed to have man, she's not responding now. Dang it. I might have missed out on a good interview because dang it. So I don't want to say anything in case if I don't end up having it. Gosh darn it. Well, that fall kind of set me back a little bit, and I was supposed to do it this week, and then then my fall and the birthday, and I didn't end up doing it, and now I don't know if I missed out on the chance. I'll let you know when she responds to me, so I know for sure. But I hope because it could be kind of interesting. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm just trying to get this exported. So Hold on, guys. I'm almost ready. It shouldn't take that long to export. Just 1 second. Okay, it's almost done. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I thought I had it done, but I didn't. All right. It shouldn't take that long. Anyway, I'll chat with you guys until it's done. Oh. Oh, thanks, Emily. I'm a hoot. Hoot. Oh, thanks, Rebecca. Oh, yeah, I know that. I know. She talks about that a lot, actually, how she was trying to warn her. I was aware of that. I just didn't think that Kelly was like a part of their group, which I don't think she is, but she probably just has a contact where she talks to, one or once in a while. And then started talking to, Mila. I mean, she was trying to like warn her about weed and stuff or help her or whatever. And then now that happened, mhm. All right. Hold on. I think it's ready. It made a noise. 1 second. Okay. So yeah, they talk about like Courtney. One of them, remember the chicken nugget girl's Courtney. Or the chicken tender or whatever. All right, hold on. Let me get it up. Oh, I still have to read that. Oh, I still have to do the defense, but hold on a second. I forgot about that. Hold on. Let me show you this. It'll just be one real quick. The defense bill here. Hold on. Pull it up. Okay. So this was another thing that was well, thanks, Tira. That makes me feel good. Thank you. Yeah, I did. Thanks. I get, hey, perplexed, I guess. So, I mean, I don't think she hasn't been like out or said anything, but you know, people are, I don't know if people are just saying that because they're like guessing that, oh, they're broke up or he left her, she left him. I don't know if there's any confirmation, if anybody actually talked to either of them. But I mean, if you hear the phone calls, he's definitely not into her. It's so obvious. He's only wanting her to help him do his thing. And he's almost getting like so annoyed because he thinks it's like almost like now it seems like he's thinking she's hindering him. You know what I'm saying? So I could see both kind of like, I don't think he would have, I don't see him ending it with her because I think he wants to keep as many people supporting him to get, you know, even if he can get a little bit from him or to get whatever he can from all these people. But so I think, if anything, I don't know, I think that she would probably have been the one, but who knows? Even though he's not interested, I don't think he's interested in her at all, like at all. But I think he just keeping people around because he could get something out of them, right? So I don't know. I mean, after those phone calls, how isn't she seeing that he's not interested? And then if she could re-listen to him now and hear what really happened, it's like, it is so obvious. It's not even a question. He is not into her. I'm sorry, he's not. Okay, so here is this bill. This was posted on, this was filed October 2nd, the same day as the transcripts. It says, Dear Mr. Shirley, the Justice and Administrative Commission has received and reviewed the final motion to incur additional fees, mitigation specialist as to the above referenced matter. JAC will not be filing a formal response and takes no position as to your motion. You may utilize this email in lieu of a formal response and should attach it to your motion when you provide it to the court. Based on JAC's records, the defense has incurred $20,415 mitigation specialist services. Please be aware that the proposed order needs to contain the hourly rate and amount authorized cap for the mitigation services, specialist services. In order lacking this information may result in delay in payment to the mitigation specialist. Anyway, so I mean they're gonna need constant some money coming in because that 93,000 is not going to be enough for Ufferman and all the cost for this appeal for what they're trying to do, in my opinion. So I don't know. Yeah, last month, Harley. Yeah. The ones that are coming out with like Jesse and then the Ari ones, those were from August, it said. Yeah. Now she threw in a Joey one that was from, those ones are a little older. I forget what year. Wait, when was that from? It kind of went back in time a little bit, those Joey ones. Okay, so let's play this video real quick. Oh, where to at?
He threatened someone's life, fraud, money laundering, but it's not all related. That's, you know, that's my issue is that it's not all related. And so I don't know that, I don't know, you know, I mean, it's got to be real specific to the situation for that to happen. Christy, did you know they hired a social media person with the money? I mean, that's what she said in the call. She said in the call, we got to hire a social media person. I mean, my thing is that if 96,000 was donated and 96,000 was paid to the attorney, what are they going to go after her for?
Right.
Oh shoot.
I don't know the login.
How are we going to buy it?
I don't know.
What said that?
Okay. Sorry, Court. Feel better. Christy, are you going to cover the, yes, I am. We're going to cover it for sure. If you want to join the Discord, you can join the Discord. The link is in my bio. And, Abby Lou, I know I've seen you before. You can join the link in my bio and I'll add you to that one if you want to. What's up, Abby Lou?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so back to the German girl. How you were saying, oh, you don't know why she puts up with the way that he's talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
He's paying for him to talk to her like that for her OnlyFans content, and that's why she was paying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, say it again.
So, she has some kink that she wants him to be really rude and degrading to her.
Right.
She's paying for these phone calls for content on her OnlyFans.
You can upload it to her OnlyFans
And make
account.
money.
Yeah, I thought about that, but the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I thought about that, but I thought
I found her only accounts or OnlyFans account. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I found her OnlyFans account.
The German girl?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Vivian, right? That's her name, right? Vivian.
Yeah.
Because I thought that about the Jeanette girl, because remember he was like, she's so ugly. And then he was like, she has an OnlyFans. So I thought that that's where she was getting all the money from.
That could be true too.
You know, the Jeanette, because he kept trying to figure out where does she get all her money. Now, the Vivian girl, I definitely thought that she was definitely paying for those calls. I said that. I was like, I definitely think that she's paying for those specific calls, for that specific kind of talk, you know?
Yes. And then her payment of this $200,000 was for all these calls, so she can put them on her OnlyFans.
So I wonder if she was advertising it as Wade Wilson.
Yes, in like her German language to the Germans, like they're like all obsessed with him. So she's probably gonna make a lot of money.
Makes sense. Which is what I thought with the Jeanette girl. So I had the wrong girl.
Probably both.
It could have been, listen, it could have been a whole thing. Like I said, Pimp Jesse.
Yeah, that's why Jesse's like, I know you have to call her tonight, but it breaks my heart because she knows what the call's gonna be.
Oh,
right.
God.
And that's, I definitely think that was an agreement that they had at the forefront was I'll give you this money, but in return, you're going to get, the thing is though, if that's the case with the German girl, she seems more bothered by who he's talking about instead of just being like, okay, this is a transaction. I owe you this money.
She probably caught feelings.
Yeah. Because it should have been a transaction. It should have been.
See, I don't think I believe that. Yeah, she probably has OnlyFans. Maybe she does use that for OnlyFans, but I don't think she was even giving him money. I mean, maybe she was putting stuff on the commissary, or he was waiting for that money. And then if you guys listen to the new phone call, she admitted that she didn't have it and she was lying, but she has 600,000. And he's like, he is so transparent though. It's so obvious. And I think Vivian knows, like she could see. I feel like as much as she's like, it's messed up, but like, I feel like she realizes that he is only caring about the money. And he's like, I'm not breaking up with you, because he still didn't know when she's just like, yeah, I was lying about it. The new phone calls, he still wasn't sure. So he's like, well, I'm not going to break up with you. Just be honest. I don't care about the money. I'm not going to break up with you. And then he gets it out of her that she has 600,000. And then he's like, ding, ding. Okay. She does have a little bit of money, you know? And then he's like, yeah, you're my girl. You're my, but then she says that she goes, yesterday is the first time you really scare me. So in those phone calls where he's like, you're my, you know, the B word, he keeps saying it. And it wasn't even, from what he says in the explicit ones, but I'm talking about in the ones that she uploaded to YouTube. And so if that was the case, that she wanted him to talk like that, then why would she feel that way? I don't think that, maybe she's using him for her OnlyFans, but I don't think that it's known by Wade. And then she's paying Wade, because I don't think she paid him yet. Did she? From what I got, she hasn't paid him yet. That's true, Laura. That's true. That's so true. They would. They would. Phone calls from prison. You totally screwed Wade because he probably hates her because they would all be fooled and thinking they were the one and only and so important. Oh my God. That's so true. Anyway. Yeah, they can. They have potential because the way it works is like some people will have like you could subscribe for free and then they offer like a little bit and then they'll put something. It's like just they'll like sometimes they'll put it if it's like sexual stuff, they'll put something with like a big box where you can't see, and they're like, if pay this much for this, or sometimes they'll like say like they won't say what it is, but you're paying and you don't know. So like each thing costs money. You know what I'm saying? So like each little thing. So yeah, potentially some people make like millions of dollars. It depends, but yeah, you definitely can. Yeah. I'm trying to think with Tammy. So I joined OnlyFans because I wanted to see Tammy had this show on there, this comedian. And I'm trying to think how her show worked. I think hers, if you just paid, like I think where hers was, if I'm remembering, I forget how it was set up or how it first started, but I'm thinking because I already watched it all, I'm waiting for another season. But I'm thinking what it was is you had to pay the subscription and then you got to see like if it's like $3 a month or $5 a month. And then you got to, you got like the, basically everything there. You got to see the show she did or whatever, the series. So some people, you have to pay for a subscription really to see anything. So it just depends, but yeah, you could kind of set it up however you want. Oh, I mean, how would you know? You're 15 though. What do you mean? I wouldn't expect you to know. If you're saying, are you talking to me or kidding? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Hi, Annie. But I'm sure, I mean, I bet you there's some people that don't. I mean, I don't know if everybody, I mean, who knows? You have to promote it somehow. And like a lot of platforms, they don't allow you, like Instagram, like you're not allowed to promote your OnlyFans. So it's like, I almost feel like it's hard because you almost have to have a way to get it out there and get people in, because like, if not, I mean, how are people even going to know? Because it's not like, you can't just go in there and type somebody's name and find it. You have to know their specific OnlyFans account name or whatever. So like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you can't like post it. You have to be tricky. Like I remember Tammy got like her Instagram. What was it? Was it Tammy that got it off because of it or something? There was an issue. Like they wouldn't even let you post it on there. And I know YouTube's weird about it too. I'm sure, I mean, some people get away with it, but yeah, so I don't know. If you're famous, I mean, not famous, but if you, yeah, I mean, of course you have potential. You just have to get a way to get it out there for people to know how to find you.
Like, okay, well, I did, and he doesn't really say anything about that. He's not really saying like, this was the agreement or anything like that, but he could be being careful.
I think he's trying to get more money out of her.
Wait, so did you see what she has on the OnlyFans? Like, do we know for sure if that's on there?
It's all in German, so I don't know. Like, it's translated.
I'm going to copy it and translate it.
But if she didn't
pay for it to even see,
if she didn't give him the money, I don't know if he's going to let her post it.
How is he going to know?
Well, right.
What is he going to do?
Yeah, that's true.
Thing is,
like if she posts it, what is he going to do?
Well, and then the other thing is, how's he even going to know? How's he going to know if it's in another language? You know,
Never gonna know.
So in his mind, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, let's sue her." Like, oh my god, I don't know.
Jesse's lurking. Jesse's gonna tell him she posted it.
Yeah,
Why does he
that's
have
exactly what I was gonna say. That somebody's lurking around here, and somebody's gonna go and tell Jesse, and then Jesse's gonna go tell him.
Jesse's in on it.
Yeah, they're all in on it together.
Like that's why Jesse's like, I hate when you call her.
Right. Well, I agree with that. And I said that from the very beginning. I'm like, she is his PIMP.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And she is setting this up just like she's strategically setting up who's getting the suits, and she's doing her little spin wheel. She's also got a chart of nasty calls. And, you know, Jesse's definitely watching. And she's got a set of like, you're going to have these calls with this girl and we're going to make $10,000, and you're going to have these calls and they're going to make $5,000. She's definitely got it all planned out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then what about the call with Andrea that's not on YouTube, and the one with Amanda?
Oh, those were like normal.
I think those were just regular. Yeah. I think those were just,
not,
you know.
not the ones that are on YouTube. So she probably didn't know about that.
Which ones on YouTube?
Not the ones that are on YouTube. There's two other calls.
But I think he really liked those girls. So he was hiding them from her.
Yeah, he was definitely into those girls. That's why she probably doesn't even know about those girls. You know, Jesse in her mind thinks that everyone he talks to is for business.
Maybe Jesse is the madame behind this whole mastermind.
I said that. I've been calling it. I just want to know. I just want you all to know. I said it first. I posted it first. PIMP Jesse. Okay.
Yeah, but what they think Mila is, it's really Jesse.
Maybe the whole story he's telling about Mila is actually his own life. And you heard Joey say, when you were a male escort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that
4 years prior, and that call came out in 2020.
He probably told Jesse. He was like, I was a male escort. And she was like, oh, this is perfect. We could do this. We could make a lot of money. Everybody wants you. They all love you. They started a movement.
He makes shit up, Mila said. He makes shit up.
So high, actually.
Yeah.
They started a movement. Yeah, they started a movement.
I just want to know what the other Wade wives are doing for any other candidates on death row.
Well, Mila, we know he makes that shit up. We know that. What they're doing for other candidates
on death row. If their whole thing is, oh, we don't believe in death row. Okay, what other inmates are you fighting for?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
No, it's because he's hot.
They started a bowel movement. But exactly, that's what Steve said. Steve was like, there's a man right now on D row in Florida that is pretty much unattractive and bald, and ain't nobody fighting for him. Ain't nobody fighting for him. You know, even Little Sparrow. Okay. Little Sparrow. I know you felt so bad for him and you really believed he was innocent, but I'm sorry, Little Sparrow. Did you believe that the other guys on D-Row were innocent?
Did you fight for them?
Right.
Exactly.
So, and like I said, I'm going to repeat myself like a record because I want it known that I said these things, but said it from the beginning and I said it to Sparrow on the call, but unfortunately I don't have that call recorded. But I did say to her, if you think that people aren't in this and making these donations because of his looks, then you're crazy. And she was like, you're insinuating that these people are only doing this because he is good looking? And I'm like, yeah, I am insinuating that. She's like, you're insinuating that all his supporters are only doing this because he's got good looks. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm insinuating. Are you insane? Including yourself.
One that has helped another death row inmate. If your cause is you don't believe in that.
Courtney, he literally probably told me he was a Buddhist monk at one point. I can't. Wade wife Facebook. There was one who was just DP. She said prayers to him, German girl. All right, so she gets a pass, but she doesn't want anybody to get DP, so she gets a pass. But the rest of them were all literally trying to get up in the kiosk. Let's face it.
Yeah, so if you don't want anyone to get it, what other people has she worked for?
Right. Told him that lying. Yeah, I mean, we don't know if he was really a male escort or not. We don't know anything. What did he do with his free time?
Maybe that Chris guy was paying him to be his boyfriend.
Who wants to start his own podcast, Angel? Wade, is he going to start his own podcast?
Oh my God.
I actually heard that today.
Stop.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, Mila, now that you're in here. Oh my gosh. All right. Mila, did you see the new Joey? I need to know.
Josephine.
The new Joey. First, I want to know, has she seen the new Joey? That's all I want to know right now. Just yes or no. Have you seen the new Joey? Because, and Courtney's in here too now. Oh my gosh. Mila.
No, she hasn't seen it. You got to send it to her.
Can you kick me out of the live? I don't know how to get out.
Okay, Abby. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Okay, Mila, have you seen the original Joey? It's important that you have a basis here because, yeah.
Joey is Josephine sometimes.
Joey's now Josephine. Joey's Janice. Get in the shower, Tay. Joey is now Josephine. Courtney, have you seen Joey? No. Mine's dead.
Mine's dead.
And do you think I care? Go play.
We're in the middle of a live crime show here.
I know we're getting
in the middle of a live true crime.
Is there a picture of the new Joey? I'm confused. I didn't see it. Is anybody else? Send me. I don't know what the new Joey. Is it not the original one that people thought was?
Talk
We're
here.
getting into some good stuff over here. You miss Josephine? Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh.
So Joey is now Josephine. And
Joey is Josephine.
There is a bunch of pictures of Joey as Josephine. You've seen a few, the ones of him dressed like Josephine.
Oh, I haven't seen any. Send me
Joey
some,
loves
guys.
Billy. Did you all hear how Eric told Tommy to drop him off at Walmart and leave?
Yes, an hour away or something. I was like, oh my God. Like,
oh, you did see it, Courtney? Oh my God. After the heart, yeah, I have nothing for Joey. I'm sorry. I got nothing in me for Joey. I really don't. I could care less how Joey feels or anything about Joey. I think Joey's gross. He was done. Like it and share the live. Everyone show support. Is there any pics around of Vivian? So, I forgot to ask her. Abby Lou. Oh, he was mad that he came there. Yeah, I can understand because he didn't want him there. Abby Lou, can you send me the OnlyFans that you found? So Abby Lou was up here before for the people that just came in, and she says that she found German Girls OnlyFans. What's going on with my hair? She found not Joey. Oh my God, there's too many characters. Oh. She found German Girls OnlyFans, and her theory was similar to what I said, which was that basically they're getting paid for these calls, so she can post them there and then I guess make money. No one knows who Dolly is. There's a few characters. German Girl's name is Vivian. There's a few characters that we don't know who they are. Yeah, Joey's mumbling and I just can't. He makes me want to vomit. He truly makes me want to vomit. What happened to Sarah though? She was in here and she left. I wanted to see if she was going to get on. Dolly made the Wade Wilson Reddit.
That's what I'm looking.
she's in the chart, but where did she come from? Yes, please. Oh, I was down a rabbit hole. Yes, please send it to me so I could go down a rabbit hole. Wayne doesn't even know what Joey's saying half the time. He'd just be laughing. Oh, see what I mean? I'm flagged again.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
What did you say? You didn't even say anything.
I don't know, guys, but I'm going to have to close out again.
Restart.
This is the last one I'm doing. After this, I'm done. This is crazy.
Not because you're in here, Mila.
People hate you. They do not hate you, Mila. Everyone in this chat loves you.
Oh, that's not right.
Can't find them because these photos are from 2010 and everyone's looking for him, and you're not going to find him because he has transitioned.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Now he's trying to write a book about.
Oh, yeah. In Spanish, it's Josefina.
Oh, yeah.
Josefina. That's right. My husband's cousin actually, my husband's cousin. My husband has a Josefina in his family. Can you put it in the chat? Put what in the chat, Phoenix?
I think the link, if you look up,
Josefina.
somebody put it above, TFNY mom of two.
Oh, we can't pin. We can't pin when there's people in the box. Can't pin. Sorry.
TFNY mom of two. That's the profile.
Yeah, you got to just look in the chat. You can't pin.
Is it Joey? Courtney said. I mean, it looks just like him. The face.
Oh, it's definitely him. Yeah, you can tell it's him.
On his right below his shoulder, and they show it's the same tattoo.
It's definitely not him. It's definitely him. He's not doing a very good job of being a woman. Let's be honest. I've seen some really good looking, pretty women.
Yeah.
You know, pretty men that have transitioned to women. He's not one of them.
That would be like if Howard Stern tried to become a woman. You know, like imagine that. It's like one of those.
Someone on Reddit said you sent a copy of Bonnie's letter, Christy, but you were in live. No, I think it's Coral. Somebody said Coral had it on her page. He's friends with Caitlyn Jenner. So Charlie Blake, somebody said Charlie Blake has it posted. He needs a refund. Yeah, I mean, we're not sure if he's actually transitioned. He could just be wearing women's clothing. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I
didn't pull down his pants and check.
That posted it, that tiny mom.
Come on.
That tiny mom of two person. Yeah. She said that there hasn't been any pictures of him ever since 2010.
Right.
So whatever pictures Wade was getting were any pictures from 2010 and before.
Right.
So do you think that Wade was talking to him when he was dressed up like a woman?
Oh my God.
Probably.
I need to know now. I need to know. Somebody reach out to Wade and find out.
Courtney, that's your next question.
There goes Courtney's $2.
Yeah, right?
Courtney, 3 stamps. Use your 3 stamps and find out if Joey was Josefina. We need to know.
Oh my God.
Joey was somewhat catfishing. I mean, Wade did say he was BI. So
sorry.
He was probably talking to him thinking he was, or maybe could he have been sending the old photo? So Jenny, you think he was sending old photos?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, because there was, go ahead, Elena.
Maybe you think he was sending him the new ones because maybe Wade was into that. Who knows?
Mila, are you still blocked from going live from the other night? her and I were talking, and then she got like cut out. She lost her live access, I think. You really want an update on the Jesse situation. I mean, see, Mila, everyone loves you in here. I don't know. A lot of people feel like she's still in the picture. I will say this, whatever came out today as his team was the same grammatical and, excuse me, and spelling errors that Jesse makes. Hold on. So it was definitely coming off. It was definitely coming off like it was Jesse. Let's put it that way.
Does everybody use filters on TikTok? Because I'm noticing her eyebrows, like, even, what was the TikTok we were watching the other day where you could see the eyebrows on the hat? I think it's just a common thing on TikTok lives, right? Because their eyebrows are like fake, they move.
A lot of people feel that way, that she's not going anywhere. I don't know. Do you think that after all the calls have come out now, that your comments keep getting, I know, I'm having the problem constantly. My lives keep getting reported. My photos keep getting, somebody actually had the audacity to report the memorial that I put up for Diana Christine.
Freaking kidding me?
No, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I wish I could know exactly who that person was. No, LA. His appeal is not soon. His appeal will not happen probably for quite a few years. Josephine had too many prison hoes. He probably moved on from him. Billy got out. Yeah, it is diabolical. Disgusting. Like, I wish I was a hacker and I could trace back to where these people's IP addresses were, and then just go and like leave, I don't know, put like light fire and poop and put it on their stoop.
Such a New York move.
Ring their bell and run in the middle of the night. Courtney said, Jesse, I got some for you. Yeah. So on the 16th, guys, he does not have an appeal on the 16th. He has an appeal hearing, which is like one of like 45,000.
Yeah. It's such a process.
Yeah. I'm exaggerating, but yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be on video.
It's literally just paperwork. He's not even going. I wish we had answers right after phone call person. Here's the video. Here's the after effects in real time. I know, like, I wish we could hear her call after. Like, we could hear the call with Jesse after these things happen. The giveaway that Jesse is still involved is that they are using the old accounts. Elodie. The giveaway that Jesse is still involved is that they are using the old accounts. I don't understand.
The giveaway, the clothes, you mean?
Yeah, Egan, TP the house. That would be good.
Imagine throwing up toilet papers in the tree and then keep throwing it around.
The raffle. So many weed supporters are in other countries. I don't think they understand. Yeah, Cooper, this has been my issue from the very beginning. And this has been my fight with these people from the very beginning, when they would comment on my page and I would just be like, are you even in this country? Because I don't think you understand. Like, listen, Sparrow admitted the other day, because I listened to her conversation on YouTube with Coral, and she admitted the other day that she didn't even watch the trial. Like, to go that hard.
Yeah, you gotta have facts and
Yeah, like to go that hard and to never have even watched the trial, like shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Really. Because this is 2 women's lives. So shame on you for not putting in the work. We're not talking about, did he steal a bag of beans, okay? That you didn't watch the trial. We're talking about unalivings and you didn't watch the trial? That shit pisses me off.
I think a lot of German women do follow him though, because I think they have some infatuation again with the looks, but also because he's half German.
Yep.
Yep. And you know,
I mean, Courtney, it's a little bit different with you because you knew him. So it's a little bit different. And I get that you had said like you just didn't want DP, but you knew him personally. It's different, you know? Yeah, I love that they got scammed too. If only the money had actually been taken, that would have been even better.
so Bonnie Wiggins wrote someone or something from Lee County Jail on Wednesday, October 9th at 7:46 p.m.
Coral supposedly posted it on her page.
Yeah, it's on Reddit. And she starts talking about Wade.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is she allowed to do that though?
She's saying that she feels like they're trying to get her to go crazy, keeping her in there with no offer. But Wade, he was crazy, obviously, but he started going legit crazier after being in here for so long. Like she's saying that she thinks that they're trying to get her to go crazy.
Listen, do I think that they probably did F with him a little bit? And do I believe that these things go on in these prisons? Yeah, I do. And I think that, because he unalived 2 women in a small town, I mean, they just had no, they weren't going to treat him good. I mean, that's just the reality of it. She mentions Jesse in the letter. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You want to send who money? Oh, Bonnie. What sis she say? It's on Reddit. Is the bio mom German? Yeah, bio mom's German. She was going hard to support her daughter's cause. I mean, I get that, but somebody's gotta have the brains or the wherewithal to say, okay, wait. We got it. Like if my daughter came to me and was like, I really, this guy, they're setting him up. And I do believe that they probably thought all of that. I would say to my daughter, okay, we need to get all the facts. Like, that's how I am. I'm an all facts person. I need to know all the details. And then I would go to work with the details. And I would not stand and support that until I did all of that work. I love that they got scammed by Ari. That was insane. And she didn't listen to any of the calls or interrogations. Yeah, she hadn't listened to that. But that part, I don't blame her so much because it's like, all right, it was after the fact. But for you to support and not have even watched the trial is wild to me.
Hannah, where the hell? Oh, sorry.
Which Kelly?
Oh
Kelly,
my God.
the Air Force Kelly. She was talking to her friend directly whose name is Jessie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was saying, she was saying.
She has a friend named Jess or Jessica.
Yeah. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying, Jess? They're trying to do this, whatever. So she was.
So the letter's not to Coral, it's to her friend Jessie.
Yeah.
Right. She said.
So wait, there's a few of them here. Hold on a second. Are these all supposed to be him? So that definitely looks like him. But look, there's 2 other ones that don't look like him. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, that looks like him. Okay, but let me show you the other two that they have posted. Is that no? That can't be the same guy. There's no way. I mean that is yeah, but is this? Hold on. Oh, here's another one. Here's another picture. Huh. Let me see. Oh wait, there's a bunch of them. Okay, here's another one. Hold on. But see, is this is the one? Is this supposed to be the? Hold on. Is that the same one? Or no? I definitely could see that, but oh shoot. Let me see. That looks like a different guy, right? They don't look like the same one. I don't know who freaking knows, but here's a couple. This girl likes Reddit has a bunch of stuff, or this person, I guess it's from a video, but somebody posted screenshots because the video is not all up. I try to click on it. So that's him before, right? Or I guess, yeah, he's just dressing up as he's probably just, I mean, he could just be, I don't know, who knows? I don't want to assume anything, I guess, but so her face, she's just using it to block out the other person. Okay, I didn't even know. Gosh darn it, I'm behind on this one. I'm glad I finally found it. Sorry, guys, I haven't been in chat because I've been trying to look for it. Oh, wait, what is this? Yeah, this one I don't think is him, right? This one, that looks like a different guy, but it's the same girl. Is this that's showing? I don't think that. Wait, let me see what you guys are saying. Because I don't think this one's him. I mean, obviously that's him, and I don't know if that's him. Wait, where are the other two that I had? Obviously that is, but I don't know if this one. It's just my. I mean, I guess this is from the same video, but I don't know. I guess it could be the same. Well, he just look. I don't know. It's not a big deal. But I know at least these ones you could see is definitely the same. Yeah, maybe that is the same guy. Yeah. Oh. Wait a minute. Because here's another one, but I don't know. Why am I not convinced that that's him? Am I right? But it's the same video. Help me figure this out here. That's not Joey, right? I know the other one, that is, but the other one isn't, right? Wait, where? I mean, I guess it could be. Why do these all got saved at different spots? Oh, hold on. Well, the nose looks. It could be. I guess it could just be the way they he did the makeup or whatever. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's what they were talking about, so I wanted to find it. No, I want to find it. It's more interesting than, I don't know. I was about to end that live. I mean, the live. How much more do we have of it anyway? Huh? Oh, thanks, the dude. Thank you. When I do what though? I'm sharing the pictures I've been looking for. I just spent this whole time trying to look for these pictures. What the heck are you talking about? They were talking about these pictures. I hadn't seen them yet, so I'm looking at them. Whatever. Yeah, I didn't think so either. But the nose, oh yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. But for sure the other ones are. So he probably just cross dresses or whatever, drag, you know. I don't know. A lot of people do, but I wanted to find them because they were talking about it. I had no idea. Okay. And it looks like recent. It looks like those are probably pretty recent, you know. I gotta find that live. I think it's almost done now. Hold on. Here it is. Yeah, look. There's only 19 seconds of it, Queen, whatever.
But I feel like they're trying to push me to insanity, Jess. Like all the shit I have had to endure here is crazy. I can't even begin to explain. So I guess she's talking to her friend Jessica or
Thanks,
Jess.
Kelly.
All right, who is that? Is Wade Wilson on the line?
Thanks, Lewis. I'm trying to think, did I share all the other screenshots I had? Do. Wait, what? Obsessive alcoholics? I don't get it. So when it comes to no. Thanks, Kelly. Obsessive alcoholics ice. Well, I don't understand the question. Thanks, Ashley. All right, you guys. I don't know what else to share, actually. I've shared everything. I read those documents quicker than I thought. What time? It's only 11. Maybe I'll have time to try to get Menendez video ready. Hey, oh, thanks, Jay Brown. Thank you, puppy. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, I don't know if I think so. I know they're just giving their thoughts on the Vivian. So if she found her OnlyFans, did they have the Wade call? I mean, was there Wade calls on it? You know what I'm saying? I I feel like I don't think Wade, if she's using it, I don't think that he even knows. Do you guys? Like what they're saying, like that she's paying him for the calls, like maybe she is using them, but is she paying him? Because I don't think I mean, she definitely wasn't going to meet Jesse for that money. So what is she actually paying Wade? Does anybody know? Did I miss that? Like how much she's paying him? I don't know. Oh, hey, it's just me. Thanks. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying not to take part in the chat. I don't know, it's making me mad right now. Thank you, Chi Chi. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Woo. Paying for the calls. No, I know that she's paying Wade for the calls. I think she's paying for the minutes to talk, like you would call when you talk to somebody in jail, right? But I don't think she's like paying him like a bunch of money for the OnlyFans calls, is what I'm saying. Their theory is she's making a bunch of money on OnlyFans, paying him for making the money, right? Is that what? Yeah, I mean, I'm not convinced they're even being used anyway, but I'm just saying, even if they were, I don't think Wade is in on it and that she's paying them like all this money for him. In my opinion, it doesn't sound like she's giving him anything. And I don't think they are, because if the person found her OnlyFans, why didn't she look to see if the calls were on it? Come on, like, yeah, it's all in German, but you could translate. There's automatic translator. See what it said. I would. And then the calls you'd be able to hear. I know she'd probably have to pay, but I guess maybe her point is that maybe it describes what it is and she can't read it to see if it says that. But what I would do is freaking see what it says, translate it, see if it says, it's the cause, and then if it is, see if that's legit. It'd be worth paying just to see if it's it, but I don't think so either. I really don't. I don't think so. So yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what is going on in chat, guys. I'm trying not to pay attention because I don't want to make it upset me. Here, I'm like spending all this time to try to find that, that I get crap for it. Oh, that's funny. I was so happy that I actually found what they were talking about. No, it's fine. Anyway. Yeah, I can. I could probably do that tomorrow. I got to get stuff ready. I was waiting. The only way I may change it if the person I was going to interview responds. I asked her if she wanted to do it tomorrow, but she hasn't responded. I think I missed my freaking chance. Oh, I should have done it this week because I feel like it would have been interesting, but oh well. God, I got something in my eye. Oh man. Oh, I gotta do the hoodies. Oh, thanks, Ashley. I gotta do those hoodies. I gotta do the giveaway. I should just do that real quick for my wind down. Or should I just do it for like when have I ever banned anybody? I have very few mods here. That's why I haven't remodded. Sometimes there's not even one mod in here because I don't want it to be echo chamber. I have very few mods, and I'm not saying I don't like my mods, so don't take it that way. I'm saying I won't even add any more mods because I'm so picky because I don't want it to be strict. And there's some lives that like there's maybe one mod or no mods, and I'm so picky about my mods that I don't just add a mod because I'm afraid I have to really trust them, and I'm afraid it will be that. So it just makes me mad when people say that about my chat because I am so like not strict. Like I'm strict on my mods telling them like quit, like what, don't block people. Why'd you block this person? I'm like probably I get on them more than I get on my chat, to be honest. Like if somebody blocks something, I'll be like, I want to know why they blocked, if there's a reason, because it's like there's no blocking unless if they could screenshot and give me a good reason. So like that is hilarious that you're saying that because that's so not true, Miss S. That's too funny that you say that because I'm like the opposite. It's just crazy. Oh, thanks, Kelly. Anyway. Thanks, Noah. Wait, kiss my neck. Wait, why are you laughing? I'm confused. I don't get it. Oh, thanks, Window. Oh, cool puppy. All right. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I would wait to do the giveaway. I'm just not in a I'm not my mood is ruined. I feel like it's all good. I'm gonna end it anyway because I don't really have anything else. So it'll just give me a time to work on my Menendez stuff. Oh, I was gonna listen to the calls. Dang it. Oh, because they're re-examining it. They're re-examining the case November. They're going to decide if they do resentencing. There's a couple different options they could do, and they could possibly get released. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Kelly. I know. That's why I want to start covering it before that happens. Yeah. I know. I'm just not in the mood anymore. It's okay. I'm just going to try to gather some Menendez stuff. So, oh, keep dropping that. All right. I don't know. I'm not in the mood anymore for some reason. It's already maybe case was in the news. Yeah, I know. It was big. Wait, what show? Rachel? Wait, has Zavgirl seen the show? What show? I listened to the calls. No, I didn't. I haven't really even. No, because I cut off everybody. You know, I was getting it from both ways. I mean, from yeah. No, I haven't. Yay. Whatever you need to do. Yeah, I'm sorry. And you secretly a tyrant with a big band hammer. Yeah. That's funny. I heard Paul and Baby Girl broke up. Yeah, they were saying that before when I was a long time ago. Thanks, Trina. Thank you. What? Yeah, I ate. Oh, ooh, I forgot. My mom got me my favorite. I got sushi, and because yesterday we had that party. So for my birthday, she got me today. She got me my favorite place. I got sushi, and I got this. I still have some sushi left. I get this where it lasts me like 2 or 3 meals, and then this is called Dragon in Phoenix. It's got this shrimp. It's like half shrimp and half chicken, and it's like a sweet, spicy sauce. It's so good. And then I got sushi, and then I got egg rolls, and I still have a little bit of everything still. So, it was yesterday, Darth. Uh, yeah, I love sushi. Maybe I am hungry. Oh, thanks, Stella. Oh, let me tell. Why do I have this up on my screen? I did that. I noticed I had that. When I did the wind down on my last live, it was that Chris Gay I had. I forget to take down my screen. I just had it up as we're talking for like a half hour, and it's just up on the screen. Thanks, Geraldine. I know. Well, I'm gonna end this. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if I later on, if I feel in the mood, I'll come back. But all right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat some more sushi. I think. Oh, thanks, Christy. What is that? I don't know what that is. Rick rolled alive. What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm looking that up. I'm confused. I don't get it though. How do you do that? How do you link to it? I don't understand how to link to it. I don't know. How do you do that? I don't know. I'm an Eastern. Let me take this stuff down. All these Joey stuff. Oh my God. No. All right. Okay, bye guys.